Say it clear. Say it right. Say our name. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. You benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. We FBAs, foundational Black Americans. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. Yeah. They wanna be us, from the style to the hair, from the lips to the hips, body shaped in our glare. They cross borders, profit off the fight, civil rights paid in blood just to stand in this light. Asia to Africa, you walk through the door, but this land got a history you can't ignore. FBI fought it, still fighting today. Made room in the system that kept us away. You praise the same power that never chose you. Turn your back on the ones that broke chains just to move you. Say we don't know where we come from, that's wild. North to the south, this land raised my child. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. You benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. Say our name, say our name, say our name. We FBA, foundation law, Black American. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. We were renowned, check the globe for proof. Streetwear in Japan, still mirror our roots. K-pop chase the cadence, study how we move. Rapper world language, everybody fluent. From Atlanta blocks to Mumbai lanes, Heinemann kind spitting bars, connected to the flame. That ain't hate, that's impact, that's reach. Culture travel worldwide when the source run deep. They copy the look, they borrow the sound, but skip the respect when we still hold the ground. Love the rhythm, ignore the pain, celebrate the wave, don't say the name. This was home, before permission. For approval, say our name. Built this nation with our bodies and brains. Benefit, don't give us credit, say our name. Say our name, say our name, say our name. We FBA, foundation law, Black Americans. You want us to fight every time you in pain, but when it's time to vote for, silence remains. Say our name, 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 say our name. Don't need your respect, never needed permission. We built everything when we weren't even seen as human. Biting the hand that fed you. Surviving on scraps. FBA stop begging. We learn to build from scratch. Learn to build from scratch. Learn to build from scratch. Say our name. Say our name.
Y'all don't hear us. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen.
Pack your bag, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our grind, we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave. Hey.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits, make it just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your digits, make it just fly on.
You landed on the tarmac, fresh off the boat. Talking about y'all building nothing, man, you choking on the note. My ancestors the reason that this country even breathes. Picked the cotton, built the White House, planted the seed. Jim Crow laws, redlined the map, we was the target. You think that struggle's a costume, man, you can't mark it. We fought the wars, we bled the blood, we died for our future's chance. And you come here and give our legacy a side eye while throwing shade on the guard. While you benefit from doors we kicked down with our last breath. Now you spit on the architects who stared that's disrespectful, ungrateful, a slap in the face to only people who gave a fuck. So let me show your ungrateful ass to the right place. Whoa, whoa.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our ground and we outside on it. Why y'all fools on the outside looking? Y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, take your duties back just like home.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, take your duties back just like home. Passport, the visa, the privilege to be here. Cause my grandma did march for y'all, so disappear from our land. You cosplaying our pain. Think it's a trend you can borrow, but you ain't inherit the ghosts of our sorrow. We the foundation, the bedrock, the soil, and the root. You not no branch on our tree, and unproductive people always cosplaying me.
Talking about we ain't do nothing, you lost your mind. We built this from nothing, time after time.
From the beginning to now, we been the backbone and muscle. Why you look down on the struggle and cause a whole tussle? The energy style was disgusting, it's whack.
Oh.
So let's make it clear, there's no turning back.
This land is paid for in full.
In blood, sweat, and tears, and dreams deferred.
You don't get to come into a house we built from the dirt and telling Black America y'all ain't worth nothing. That's a violation, facts.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
It's our soil on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
Show respect, this our ground. Y'all just tenants on a leash.
Or get the step.
Show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Oh, don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, taking your business like it just like home.
Oh, don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out America, taking your business like it just like home.
Yeah, fly little birdies.
Fly on back to where you came from.
This ain't for you, for Sarah's sake.
We said what we said.
It's time
for y'all to go home. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. Bye bye, little birds. This one's for the rules. We built this land from dust and tears, 400 years, and we still here. They write new rules, but they don't see every freedom they got came off you and me. We planted seeds, they took the bloom. We lit the flame, they left the room. But we back now, no disguise. The spirits woke, we realize all we want is what we earn. That sweat and blood, yeah, that table turn. You can't buy culture, can't fake that fight. This is our day, this is our ride. We LBA. Say it loud, say it strong. We the heartbeat that's been here all along. Foundation of Black Americans, stand tall. We ain't begging for nothing, we built that all. Born from pain and grace, you can see the truth written in our face. We the soul, the sound, the fight, the flame. Foundational Black Americans, say our name. They love our rhythm, but they dodge our blues. Use our voice when it fits their news. They take our sound, but not our scars. We the backbone, we the scars. Now the veil is gone, the mask is clear. We see the game, we know it's here. No more silence, no more lies. We lift that flag and watch it rise. Rise up, rise up. We the ones that made breathe. Our roots are trees. We know the world is rhythm and grace. And now we're reclaiming our rightful place. Can't copy courage, can't steal pain. You can't inherit soul by changing names. Our story ain't done, it's the revival. We guard the gate, it's about survival. We FBA, say it proud, say it loud. The world dances on what we vow. Foundational Black Americans. Still we stand, still we fight, still we demand. Every block, every song, we've been right here all along. The soul of a people strong and free. Foundational Black Americans. We the first, we the root, we the fire. Still rising, still here. Foundational Black American.
We set the tone and they copy the cadence. Dance to our drums and deny the foundation. Wear the style but don't honor the source. Smile in the crowd and you distance and force. Say you not us but you rap like we breathe. Take the rhythm, then fuse the receipts. I ain't mad, I'm just holding the glass. Showing the mirror, now answer it back. I ain't here to cancel nobody. Just keep it honest, keep it solid. If you eat from the table we built, don't act surprised when we guard it. Do you like that? Do you like that? When I flip your sound and I ride like that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Cause that's how it feel when you borrow my culture. Then act like we never mattered. Hip-hop.
Mike Larry. Now this shit here, it's what I see it is. We're not fighting your battles. We're not carrying your fear. We're not lending our history to people who erased us while we were here. Just cause you're born here, don't make you FBA. That makes you a citizen, learn the difference today. This is lineage, not a look you can wear. Not a costume you borrow when it benefits you there. You used our culture like an access card, backstage pass, a straight facade. But now the mirror's in your face, no disguise. And you're uncomfortable looking truth in the eyes. We didn't leave our land to beg for a chance. We stayed, we fought, we took every advance. That's the separation, that's the line you cross. We paid the price, you learned the cost. You waving your flag on our soil, but fighting not to go back home. Waving your flag on our soil, building comfort on a foundation you didn't own. We waving our flag, red, black, and gold. Stood our ground, never sold. You waving your flag on our soil, but scared to build what you claim you love. Our humor, our style, the way we move, the smoothness, the sound, the things we prove. Music we birth, language we shape, innovation forged under constant escape. Warrior spirit means stay and defend, not flee your land and rewrite the end. You call it success, but don't confuse the two. Ease came after what we went through. You abandoned your land and called it strategy. You wave that flag loud, but won't return to build your legacy. That contradiction tells the story for you. You waving your flag on our soil, We're fighting not to go back home. We waving arms where we were forged. Every inch earned, every brick known. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We know who we are, and now we see who you are too. Just because y'all born here doesn't make you FBA at all. It makes you an American citizen. It's biologically impossible to be us because it's a lineage, not some damn costume you can just put on to look cool. You immigrants and immigrant Americans has used our culture as an access card, a backstage pass to our culture. Now y'all have to look in the mirror. Our sense of humor, the aesthetics, mannerisms, the style of dress, the smoothness, the creativity, our genres of music, innovativeness, our slang, our warrior spirit by staying on our homeland and fighting and not fleeing to somebody else's land to beg for a better life and shit on the very people who fought to have us there. That's who we are. And we know who the hell y'all are waving your flag on our soil and fighting to make sure y'all don't go back.
You can't leech off our culture anymore. Beat it!
Mike Larry, man. You did it again. We really making history. Let's go. Do you like that? Flip your sound. How you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it loud, don't walk it back. Do you like that? Do you like that? You grew up mimicking us, now y'all switch it up. Turn the carbon copy, y'all ain't black, what the fuck? It's funny, y'all connecting to our culture like it's Wi-Fi. Surfing on our waves of our culture, no more agua. Still in my culture for all these years. Look how time flies, all these colonizers in disguise. Y'all hate, y'all still hate us outside. Study doctor, vampires, the blood of our guilt. They copy the flavor, sip the juice, love the results, hate the truth. Who? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound. How you like that? Do you like that? Democratic shields, talking points, the road they fill. Fish and chips, agent on the mic, judging FBA, but ain't you half white? Talking like you one of us, we need a proof face. The agent type with the prune face, like 50 and Jim, it's a cold game. Throwing stones cause we build our own lane. I'm joking, kinda, but I mean, smile calm, pressure intact. Y'all proud where y'all from, where they flag, beat they drum. But when it's us, tone switch fast. Same pride, but it's too much. FBA pride, lineage solid, you can't put this on, can't try it on. Built here, stayed and fought, that's the difference. That's the card. Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it clear, don't twist the facts. Do you like that? Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that? Point made. No edit. No care.
You know, erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest, domination, and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, what they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or a likelihood of doing in the future.
Foundation of Black Americans, we've always had a culture of resistance. We cultivated a culture of resistance on this land, and we've been resisting ever since we've encountered European domination.
But nothing was really popping in Europe until the transatlantic slave trade, and that's where they amassed a lot of wealth.
One thing that I think is unique about our culture as far as how we resist, how we fight back is just the environment we were put in from day one. being only 13% of the population, the white supremacists were very meticulous about keeping that population at a certain amount.
There's never a period when we did not resist the encroachment of the white man.
They have a natural behavior of authority no matter where they go. That's why they'll step up in front of us in the line at the store. We're not important. They don't even see us.
We've never been able to excel. We've never been able to relax. We've never been able to just be, which means that existence is resistance.
It must be something in our DNA, our historical background, to when something doesn't sit right with us, especially spiritually, in our souls and in our spirit, we just say no.
We live resistance. You know, from the moment we're born, we're in resistance. And it's handed down generation to generation.
And so I think that cultural resistance is actually in our DNA, in our epigenetics, and then it blossoms out into the culture.
So there's almost nothing in America that we do, from song to dance to politics to the way we talk, the way we dress, having coded languages considered to be slang today. Everything about Black American culture is a form of resistance.
Of course, they want to always downplay our contributions to the global tapestry because they continue to act like our number one export in this country is not Black innovation.
Everyone understands that our resistance has been the cornerstone of what foundational Black Americans have always done. We are the life that breathes everything into this nation.
The further back you go, the further Black you go. It's just simple like that, brother.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support is hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
Greetings, Black family, greetings, and thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. I'm your co-host, the co-executive producer, Cherry and crewman, Jesse. Shabaka San Corey. Greetings, Shabaka from the Mile High Income and Illegal Migrant Flooded City.
Hey, how you doing, brother Che? And all greetings from Sin City. You know, we had about a pleasant 117 degrees right about now. You know what I mean? So therefore, it's fucking with transmission. Yeah, it's fucking with transmission lines. You know, the laptop. You know, the cell phones, all that. And this is why, you know, I had to come up here the way I do. But I gotta check with Streamyard because they keep blocking my fucking mic. You see? And yeah. I don't know what's up with that. You say, so put it is though, what my money is, man, is that they hate this truth that comes out over here. Now, just as long as we was talking about some motherfucker shoving ketchup up his ass, talking about he's a woman and all this old type of shit on his menstrual cycle, then they'll let her sit there and talk that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And also that's what my guess is, you know. So it was probably going to have to happen, man. I'm going to have to probably go see in a lawyer lawsuit, man, and see why they're interfering with my quote unquote First Amendment right. But however, the only right that we got is to kill each other and to stay dead and stay in jail.
Right. And we might be Lady Che, we'll see. She's kind of mad at me because I'm over there right now. But I'm over at the Black House instead of the Doll House.
Okay. And
Season
who
12,
is
10
it?
of
And that's
Shabaka'S Blacc.
Fresh Always.
Yeah, we got Fresh Always. We got Breeze in the building. We got Mac 285 in the building.
Okay, greetings to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got me handicapped out here in this desert, you know, with this high-tech shit. And I don't know if it's the fucking heat fucking with the cell phone towers, man, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be that, Shabaka. But on this season 12, episode 10 of Grand Rising, Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. We'll be discussing several topics. The first one is the fires in Washington State or the Pacific Northwest. Then we got Idaho in and out shooting. Then we got Trump, aka the dump, as in human shit, and we'll make that perfectly clear.
Oh, absolutely.
And Pirro are going at it. I guess Trump wants to get rid of her because he said like a umbrella when she was questioned about the what is it called, the pond.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, about that shit about the pond, saying the people went there and defaced the government monument and all that. Man, need to go piss and shit in that pond. You know.
Good job,
Breeze.
All right, just finished listening to the Tariq's Islam Radio, which you wanted. I don't think he wanted to hear about the rally for reparations, but you make a good point that we need to do that while Trump's still in office.
Yeah. Well, you know, he listened to it for the point, but he said he got to do the you know, the movie and all that, and I get that.
Right.
I wasn't upset about it, you know, but you know, just to put it in his ear, you know what I mean? Just to chime it in his damn ear, and hopefully he'll understand that, you know, we need to do something like that. But yeah, you know what I mean? So,
and then too, Breeze, that's all that hooray for Hollywood shit. That's why I say fuck Hollywood, fuck the county of Los Angeles, and fuck the whole goddamn city of Los Angeles.
And then we got Trump.
There you go, Shabak.
Because Hollywood is but hold on, no, Breeze. I got to tell Breeze this. But Breeze, you have to understand is that Hollywood is a section of the city of Los Angeles. And then if you fuck up out there in Hollywood, it will be the Hollywood division of the Los Angeles Police Department. They will move it.
Navi, hold on. Go ahead.
Then we got Todd. Blanche needs to be confirmed for Attorney General. It looks like the Senate gave the approval for that. Then we got Northeast flooding, Iran versus U.S. cyber threats to power grid, and last but certainly not least, outsmarting sundown towns for the family reunion. And Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhances based off the 50th anniversary of the founding of the original Blacc Panther Party for self-defense. We started on Blogtalk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 12 seasons now. Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced covers Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. It is also Pain has recently, within the last 2 to 3 years, moved from Blogtalk Radio to Streamyard. Please make sure y'all like and share the broadcast, family. Remember, family, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Please join us on StreamYard, YouTube, Frontline Black News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including Frontline Black News. Frontline Black News 2, our backup channel. Make sure y'all sub up to that just in case you try to take Frontline Black News down again. Then we got my personal page, Jesse Parrish, aka Chain Crewman. That's where we stream all the city council meetings for both Denver and Aurora, the community Black events for both Denver and Aurora, and the Sunday morning food bank, which I've been doing for the past 10 years consistently. Then we got Lady Chase backup channel, Seduction Doll 5991. Make sure y'all sub up to that so she can start going live on that YouTube channel. I think she needs like 1 or 2 more subscribers. Then we got the RBA, her main channel, the Revolutionary Agenda, which she should be doing sometime this week. Make sure y'all check out our previous episodes she did last week. And then we got Shabaka's YouTube channel, Jeanette 1. Shabaka, you need 2 more subscribers. So
all right.
Or Fresh or Breeze haven't. I think Breeze already subscribed. So either Mac 285 or Fresh needs to subscribe, and you should be at 50 subscribers.
Okay.
Then we got our cousin or Lokester out the Bay Area, Jay Militant. Make sure y'all sub to his channel as well. What's Cracking TV with Jay Militant. Our cousin going through it, but support our cousin's channel if you haven't already. Then we got Kukizi, our brother out the Mile High, who came up with the FBA culture reports and used to do the intro track for the Frontline Black News. Make sure to check out Kukizi 5100 on YouTube. The link to his channel is in the description. Then we got my brother from another mother who's joining us right now, Breeze Omega. Our brother who's originally from Hempstead, Long Island, who's now in Leesburg, Virginia. Make sure y'all sub to his channel. He just surpassed 1,100 subscribers, so salute to you, Breeze. Keep up the good work.
Outstanding.
We got our brother, Church of Black Power, who's originally from West California, who's now in Houston, Texas. Make sure y'all sub to his channel as well. Church of Black Power, he's going to be dropping a good one tomorrow. He's going to go in on Roly Poly Martin. So I can't wait.
I saw that video of Brother Che, not interrupting you, man, with that motherfucker up there with the crack of his ass. Man, that shit was disgusting.
Yeah. So, yeah, make sure y'all check out Church. He actually interviewed me last Friday for the campaign. So make sure y'all check out that interview. Then we got our brother Torian Rain Reloaded, who's out the DMV area as well, where Breeze and Michael are at. And make sure y'all check him out. Our brother's been around for a decade plus. He actually put Lisa Cabrera on. And he came up with the several series, such as We Fought Back series. Check out Torian Rain Reloaded on YouTube. And then we got honorable mentions. Our brother who's live right now, Black Alpha Network. Our other brother out the Shy, Afro Elite. Sister Lisa Cabrera. Our other sister, Vicky Dillard. Our brother Beatzilla. Our other brother, Sincere Love to God, and his co-host, Nicety Girl. Who else? There's so many people. ZZ Rants, make sure y'all sub to her channel. Great Black Shark, make sure y'all sub to his channel as well. Anybody else that's part of the new Black media. And last but certainly not least, we got our brother Black Truth United, who came up with the B1 Rolodex, which is a modern day green book, or like a modern day green book for FBA and B1 businesses. And the link to the Rolodex is in the description. The link to submit your business to the Rolodex is in the description. And the link to the threat database is also in the description. Then we also have the Flbn Reparations Party merch that Church put together. Make sure y'all check that out. The website's in the description. Then we got Council the Congressional Black Caucus and create a foundational Black American caucus, long overdue. Make sure y'all sign that petition if you haven't already. Then we got our sister Brooks call to action. Oh, damn, I deleted Michael's petition. Damn it. Oh, shit. I'm going to put that back up. Sorry, Michael. Sister Brooks call to action. Make sure y'all submit those letters and them emails for Sister Brooke. And make sure y'all sub it to her backup channel, Brooks. The links is in the description. Then we got the reparations for the Descendants of American Slaves Act. Change.org. Petition. Make sure you that if you haven't already. Then we got Lady Chase GoFundMe. Donate to that if you haven't already. Then we got Standing with Joshua Fox, our brother who put hands and feet over that white supremacist Chet the Bussy, Chet the Builder, Dalton Etherly. Make sure y'all donate.
Yeah, as well as it should have. Shout out to him. Great work, great work, great work.
Then we got Stop Netflix from releasing damaging docuseries about Michael Jackson. Shout out to Dr. Randy Short for putting that together. Make sure y'all sign that petition if you haven't already. Then, as you can tell from the background, I'm a candidate on the ballot here in the state of Colorado for State House of Representatives for House District 8. The election is November 3rd. And the link to the website that Lady Che put together is in the description. She did a really good job on the website, so make sure y'all check that out. Then we got copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, which is the only racism that exists, what it is and how it works, everything else that you think you understand will only confuse you in all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity, and that is economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, and some say health and nutrition. In all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity, announced by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who our brother Breeze had the pleasure of meeting without knowing that he was meeting him, but before he transitioned, our brother transitioned exactly a year ago at the age of 95. ProduceJustice.com. And when you, a Black person, are captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee, comply, and defend yourself in court. Also by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., ProduceJustice.com. And last but certainly not least, we got racism and white supremacy is conscious and subconscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. And that was by the late, great master teacher, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, warrior scholar, who passed away exactly 10 years ago at the age of 80 and would have been 90 as of 3 months ago. And shout out to
That's still a full life.
Tariq Reed, who was back from Japan, who paid for her funeral, along with several others. And also, Shabaka, I want to make this note. Tomorrow is a holiday, an FBA holiday. It is the Fade in the Water Day. So we might have to do a special edition on that tomorrow, Shabaka.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Keep me enlightened on that there, Brother Che. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm operating, man, off of 2 cell phones, man. You know what I'm saying? Is because my laptop keeps blocking my fucking microphone. So I'm thinking, man, what they're trying to do is pull a power play, man, to try to get me to pay for the shit, you know? And I'm not going to do it. Now, I don't mind spending money as long as money is being made. You know what I mean?
Right. So those are the topics. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. All right, Shabaka. So we're going to hop right into it with these fires in Washington State.
Yes, sir. Okay, now being on...
They already locked up a Nabisco for starting a damn murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
He had all the goddamn S's.
Oh, man.
Arsonist, a murderess. Doing all
Yeah.
shit.
And I don't know, Breeze, if you ever been over there in the PM. Yes, sir. And I don't know, man, if you have never been into the Pacific Northwest, but when you go up there, man, you know,
Northwest.
and then you notice how real invigorated you feel, man, because you finally are breathing in fresh air. You see what I'm saying?
Speaking of the Pacific Northwest, make sure y'all check out our brother Jay Dizzle. He's out there.
Absolutely.
Until you realize you surrounded by all them damn white supremacists.
Right.
Hell yeah. Gun racks and everything.
Breeze, correct me if I'm wrong or not, but isn't Spokane a sundown town?
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's like a place that, just
it is. And then you see them good old boys out there, man, you know, and then it is an open carry state too, by the way, too, gentlemen. So be advised on that. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever go up in that motherfucker, man, make sure you have your shit with you, man, and make sure it's registered properly. You feel me? Now, also, too, Breeze, Nevada is open carry state.
Oh, you're breaking
except for Clark County, where I'm at. I'm breaking up?
Yeah, he started breaking up when he said that.
Oh. Yeah, see how they do us? See how they do us? Okay, well, how am I coming in now?
Good. Keep the power tools out. That's right, Fresh.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, because like I said, man, and I crossed that little panhandle of Idaho, man, that goes from Washington, man, to Montana. And I went up there past that lake they got up there, Lake Coeur d'Alene or somewhere. Anyway, man, I saw these hillbilly fucks in these 1958 pickup trucks and shit like that, and they straight mean mugging me. You know what I'm saying? You know, like who's this? Who is this?
That's what you like burning in the distance. I remember you was telling me you thought you should have crossed burning in the distance.
Yes, sir, I did, man. Crossing up there at nighttime one time, man, and this was like about 12 o'clock midnight. I saw a flame, man. I would have to estimate, man, at least 3 to 4 miles from me off the road, because you got a long range view, you know, when you're crossing it. And I do believe, gentlemen, that it was a cross burning.
Okay, so first one is from ABC News, David Mill. He's going to give us an update, and I got some more clips lined up, Shabaka.
Okay.
We do begin tonight with the breaking news. The storms in the Northeast, we have learned tonight they have now turned deadly. Trees down on cars, buses, trains, drivers trapped. The storms from Philadelphia up through New York and Massachusetts, and then the horrific fires tonight. Look at this, the emergency unfolding. These are catastrophic fires in and around Spokane, Washington. Tens of thousands escaping as flames move in, hundreds of homes burning to the ground, firefighters working around the clock. We have it all covered tonight, beginning with ABC's Alex Stone in the fire zone.
Tonight, families fleeing walls of flames, homes engulfed as multiple wildfires converge around Washington State's second largest city.
Oh my God, dude.
A Spokane firefighter's body camera showing what they were up against as the 3 fast-moving wildfires broke out Saturday. Hand-to-hand combat with the roaring flames. Some 67,000 people in Spokane County forced to flee on a moment's notice. Paige Klein's brother grabbing their dog. This was a view out of their car window. More than 700 homes and businesses confirmed destroyed, but authorities fear the number could be far higher.
I've been to a lot of places around the world, and I can tell you today that that's a war zone.
When the flames came racing through here, it sheared off the water lines into these homes. Now, 2 nights later, still water is pouring out of most of these homes. It's complete devastation.
We love this house. We raised our kids here, and everything is gone.
John and Kathy Sherrick were out of town when the fires destroyed their house. This is all that's left.
I just feel hurt. I feel lost. Every memory of my children are down there. Every memory of my grandchildren are down there. It's just, right now I just feel empty.
David, tonight, these are the scenes families are returning home to. Firefighters say they're getting a bit of a break in the weather until Thursday when the heat and wind return. David.
Let's hope that break really helps them. Thank you, Alex Stone, live from Spokane. We're thinking about all those families.
Yeah, and keep in mind up there, too, that there's where they got the infamous Gazanga University at, too, where old boy, man, John Paxson, I believe was his name, was that played for the Chicago Bulls.
Developing now, you can see it, you can smell it, and in many...
That's Seattle.
Yep. They got poor air quality.
Damn, man, that's really a damn shame, man. It's because every time I go up there, man, that's some of the freshest air that I breathe.
Yeah, they got real poor air quality.
Yeah, well, let's hope, you know, that Jay Dizzle is okay. You know, our man out there, you know, up there in the PMW, very, very knowledgeable brother who will tell you like it is. You know, I ain't got nothing but love for Jay Dizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, shout out to Jay Dizzle, but that's the I wanted to play right now. I want to play the arson arrest.
Oh, okay. So it was arson.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's any fatalities in that, man, then that motherfucker should be hit with murder in the first degree.
The
but then again,
State calls Spokane a war zone from the fires still very much blazing there. He made the point that much of the country does not seem to realize these fires have flattened city neighborhoods. And I want to show you what he's talking about here. This is the neighborhood around West Holyoke Ave. You can see this is what it looked like before the fires. Now look at what it's like now. You can see what the smoke and the flames did to that neighborhood, simply flattening it. One other neighborhood, West Pine Cliff Court, again, before and now after. You can see just that entire area flattened. You can see a fire truck right here. The city of Spokane has a population of 250,000. There have been evacuations now for some 65,000 people. So a quarter of the city, even if you expanded the county, the population is 600,000. So that would be 10%. Huge numbers of evacuations. One more neighborhood, North Parkview Lane. Again, before, look at all the beautiful houses here. Now look at, I'm going to X that out. Now look after. You can see, again, the fires there just completely flattening it. Hundreds and hundreds of structures have been destroyed, most of them homes. So again, people don't have places to live there. This is a devastating situation.
Authorities have now arrested a man on an arson charge for one of the 3 fires that have just been tearing through the Spokane area. According to witnesses, the 37-year-old suspect was seen bending down near a grassy area close to where the fire started. And then smoke was seen shortly after that. As of right now, nearly 65,000 people have been evacuated from the fire zone. And overnight, these fires grew to more than 10,000 acres, more than 700 structures so far destroyed. And right now, it is not contained, 0% containment.
Let's go live now to CNN correspondent Maribel Gonzalez in Spokane, Washington. Maribel, what more can you tell us about this arrest?
Hi, Pamela. Yeah, well, we know that arrest was in connection to the fire that started here, or the aftermath, I should say, of the Old Trails fire This is a neighborhood that was impacted by that blaze. We know that the suspect is a 37-year-old man, and it actually was a witness that called the tip into law enforcement. They saw the suspect acting suspiciously. Law enforcement later returned to the scene, and they were able to determine that where that man was standing is where they believe that the fire started. Now, he was found to be in possession of waterproof matches and a butane lighter at the time. We also know that authorities have said he has a criminal record. The sheriff here in Spokane said that he's a convicted felon out of the state of Arizona and that he has a preceding arrest in a manslaughter case later for premeditated murder in Arizona as well. So we will be able to get to know more about this suspect later on as he appears before a judge later today. But right now, he is being held on a $1 million bond.
Joining me now is Dave Up the Grove. He's the Washington State Commissioner of Public Lands. Thank you for joining us. There are several fires burning at this hour in Spokane. There is extensive damage, loss of more than 700 buildings at this hour. I do want to ask you what the status is right now of all the different areas that are on fire, and how difficult it is to fight these, and how long you think this might go on.
Well, good morning. I've spent the last couple of days on the ground in the city of Spokane, talking with firefighters on the front line, meeting with families. And you are correct. The devastation just breaks your heart. Hundreds of families have lost their homes. Tens of thousands of people have been displaced. Firefighters are continuing to work around the clock. Overall, in the state of Washington, more than 500,000 acres have burned. We have 250,000 acres on fire right now with 17 major fires. But what has struck me most is this is ultimately a story about people. Behind every one of those burned homes is a family trying to rebuild their lives. Behind every one of those dramatic images we see is a young, exhausted firefighter who's risking everything to keep people safe. So the struggles continue here in Washington.
You, as I understand it, spoke with President Trump about what is going on here, and you're having ongoing conversations. Can you give me some sense about whether or not he has pledged help in any way?
Well, as State Lands Commissioner, I'm not the one communicating directly with the president. Our governor, Bob Ferguson, spoke with the president on Sunday to communicate the need for an emergency declaration and for assistance from FEMA. The president was, to my knowledge, gracious, understands the situation on the ground, and we look forward to working together with the federal administration.
Give me some sense of how this is compared to other fires that you have seen in your state over time. Is this the worst thing that you have seen when it comes to what's happening in Spokane at this time? Is this historically just the worst fires you've ever seen there?
I know it exists because I've been there.
The three fires that continue to burn near the city of Spokane, which is the second largest city in Washington state after Seattle, represent one of the largest tragedies in terms of impacting homes and the destruction of structures. But it is worth putting it in context. Those three fires are only 3 of 17 fires, major fires burning in this state. Wow. Those fires represent 10,000 acres burning. We have 250,000 acres on fire as we speak this morning.
And they probably got some reefer groves burning too.
Is that it's moments like this really test everything that you've built before the smoke ever appears. You know, before fire season, we built a well-trained firefighting force. We pre-positioned equipment. We entered into mutual aid agreements with other states and invested in forest health. And we can't stop every fire, but preparation absolutely changes the outcome. But this is a summer unlike any that we've seen in recent memory.
Right. Just lastly, you know, fires are burning hotter. They are starting earlier. They are bigger across the West. And now we're seeing similar images out of Europe as well. Do you have what you need? What you need to deal with the change in the climate, especially when it comes to these fires?
Burn. Burn crackers, burn.
Well, climate is part of the story. There is no doubt that climate change is contributing to increased fire risk. It's creating forest health problems in Washington state, and the scientists are pretty clear that it's impacting weather patterns. I do have hope that we have what it takes. Despite all the heartbreak, what gives me hope is the people. Disasters have a way of really reminding us what really matters. I see firefighters, emergency managers, volunteers, utility crews, neighbors showing up every single day to help complete strangers. That's the story I'm seeing on the ground. So I want people to remember that while these fires are dominating the headlines, there are thousands of people working through the night.
Now, if only if we as a people was like that, helping each other.
They don't ask who you voted for. They don't ask where you came from. They simply show up because someone needs help, and help keeps showing up.
Oh yeah, that part there, brother Che, for real.
People fighting these fires, equipment and personnel from more than a dozen states, from Alaska to Florida. So we ought to be really proud of these.
Well, all that shit from Florida, throw it back to those punk ass Ron DeSantis
for a sense of what the firefighters there can see today and over the next few days.
Yeah, John, here's the top lines. The past 24 hours have provided the firefighters on the ground the calm winds they need to try and get the advantage, the upper hand on these wildfires. But the reality that we are all facing is that temperatures will increase, the relative humidity will go down, a crucial weather parameter in the fight against wildfires, and there is no rain in this forecast. Look at this image or this video here, and you can see there's very little wind pushing the smoke in the background. I believe that's a gas fire here, but the charred remains of this home not really billowing much in any particular direction because the winds remained light. That was a video taken yesterday. So that's what firefighters needed. But cumulatively, the three major wildfires surrounding Spokane are all at 0% containment and have now surpassed 10,000 acres burned so far. So what will the wind do in the future? You can see the light winds continue today, but look what happens. You can pay attention to the timestamp on the top portion of the screen. It increases as we head into the second half of the week. We're talking Friday into Saturday, a very weak trough or a cold front will come through, and that's going to help pick up the winds. But before the temperatures rise, the relative humidity comes down. What does that mean?
Michael.
That means we have increased fuel availability.
What up,
so
Michael?
the fuel is the dried out vegetation on the ground. So these ingredients working together, unfortunately, make for a potential another volatile wildfire behavior going forward. It's already outlooked on the fire forecast that we've seen, not to mention the lack of rain and the smoke that is just choking the Pacific Northwest. That
Wait a minute, how the fuck you gonna have a lack of rain in a PMW?
Americans as this spreads.
That's how you know it's climate change.
Yeah, higher winds, higher temperatures later
Exactly,
this
man,
week.
because it was raining in Washington when I was up there like every 10 minutes. Because I thought that they kept their sidewalks real clean, y'all, man. But to find out, man, it was the rain, man, constantly coming there scrubbing that shit off of there. And I'm talking about even over in the hood, yeah.
Yeah, so I looked it up while we were talking. So they said Google says that while the city of Spokane proper was generally not categorized as a traditional sundown town, largely because of maintaining and established long-standing foundational Black American population, it practiced systematic racial segregation, and some nearby municipalities in Spokane County operated under explicit sundown rules. City of Spokane segregation. Early in Spokane's history, prior to the 1920s, Black residents lived throughout the city. However, from 1920s through the 1950s, widespread racially restrictive housing covenants and redlining emerged.
Right.
1,000 property deeds across Spokane County restricted housing sales based on race, locking non-white residents out of major neighborhoods like South Hill, Audubon.
How's it spelled, Brother Che?
Audubon. Where it's like where Malcolm X was killed. Audubon.
You mean Audubon?
Audubon. Sorry. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And Saddle.
You mean Seattle?
No, Saddle.
They got a city called Saddle, Washington?
Neighborhood. in Spokane.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a neighbor, Shadow
It's the neighborhood. Okay.
Nearby communities in eastern Washington and within Spokane County functioned as sundown towns. For example, Airway Heights, which is west of Spokane, was developed.
I've been through it.
With strict racial covenants banning Black residents, and was documented as operating as a sundown town community.
Keep your guns.
Across eastern Washington communities like Kennewick.
Yeah, Kennewick. Yeah, Kennewick. Yeah, Kennewick. Yeah, I've been through there too, brother Check.
Famously enforced strict sundown rules while Black workers were forced to leave before dark.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. It's like that up there. I'm sorry, brother Che.
And commercial segregation, such as segregated hotels and businesses.
Yep.
Complete citywide ban after dark. Surrounding suburbs and adjacent towns relied heavily on sundown rules and racial exclusion. So this is ABK for that ass. We got crew in the building. Fires created by
crew. What it do for the crew?
What it do, crew?
Hey, crew. Yeah, I was saying that.
Oh no, crew. What this is okay. Hold on one second, Michael. No, what this is, crew. This is Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. Before we go off into the frontline Black news, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good, you know. We're just trying to stay busy, man, and start trying to monetize this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what have you. But the cold part about Seattle and Washington State, man, if you ever need you some fresh air, man, go up there into that motherfucker and run you a couple of miles, man. You'll be so damn reinvigorated. And then too, Keezy, like if you go up there and drink the water that they have there, man, I'm talking about out the tab now, people out the tab. You'll get back to a raggedy ass place like California, man, and you can't even get the tab water from California up to your face. Is because, man, you'll smell all that motherfucking contaminants in the California water. I wouldn't give that shit to a damn dog on my worst enemy, man. So what I do when I sit at my lunch counter and beg for a cup of coffee at the lunch counter that I own, I always get this crystal geyser water, man. I ain't drinking none of that shit, man, that's coming out of Lake Mead. And plus that, Che, y'all got to get your snowpack together, man. We need some more of your water, man.
You gonna have to wait till like October, November for that, Shabaka.
Okay, hopefully, man, have a damn blizzard like that shit I got caught up in, man, when I came in and saw you. You know what I'm saying?
Shabaka, we don't want to hear that. You was warned. I told you don't come in March, and what you do? You came in March and got dumped on.
All right. So I'm stupid. Okay, I learned something. You know what I'm saying? I won't be seeing you all till April, May, June, and I'm the fuck up out of there, man, by the tail end of August, man. You know what I mean?
We got Mac in the building and Cruz.
Hey, man, 285.
What kind of food they got in the Seattle disc?
Oh, a lot of seafood, and then also too, because they also got crab up there quite a bit, y'all, down there, and I think they call it now. Jay Dizzle would know it's called the Pike area. Yeah, they got it called the Seattle Pike, you know, like you heard of the coffee, Seattle's Pike roast, you know, so it's real known for its coffee. But yeah, man, but it's out of sight, man, because the weed laws up there, man, is liberal as hell. You know what I'm saying? But don't never UI, you know, never drive under the influence. You know what I'm saying? And it's evergreen fresh weed. They say, but that shit they got in California, man, like up there in Tehama County, man, I think the motherfuckers is putting some GMOs with it.
Yep. And then from Michael. Michael has something to say. Go ahead, Michael. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah, anytime. Sorry to come late. I didn't realize you're doing live early. Yeah, so...
No, it's all good, Michael. You part of the crew, man. You know, it's all good.
Yeah, I was going to say, what I said earlier in the comment, what did I say? I said wildfires, you know, created by human... Wildfires are human-made, and white supremacy is always responsible for climate change.
Exactly. You say, and then too...
It goes back to several, you know, decades, right? Like what Jesse said.
I got a snobby in the building.
Earlier with our redlining, right? When homes got destroyed, doing climate change as a sort of redlining. Homes never
Yeah.
recovered their
No, they never do. They never do, Michael. And to prove your point even further, man, just like when they had the Great Altadena fire up there,
Yeah.
is because that there was kind of like, I'm not going to say exactly like a Black Wall Street, but you had a lot of Black professionals, doctors, lawyers, pharmacists, who lived up there, man. And then when I saw it, it kind of broke my heart, So I did reach out to Mad Dr. D's family, what I'm saying? And they did say that one of their relatives did lose their home, and I was sorry to hear that,
Dr. D. Hold on, Shabaka. Mad Dr. D, he kept this platform afloat for 5 years.
Yeah, he did.
Passed away, so salute to him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, okay, which crew here saying Mac 285?
Yeah, he talking to Mac.
All we need, twin, and we back in the family. Me and Shabaka getting along again too, laughing out loud. The family, right on, crew. Yeah, that's all positive. It's all positive. But another thing too is that Puget Sound, which is that waterway that you see right there, Brother Che, behind the I forgot what they call it, the Space Needle right there, off to the right. The Puget Sound is an awesome site also too. So if y'all ever get a chance to go up there, man, you know what I'm saying? Please do. You would dig it. You know what I'm saying? You would dig it. But Seattle's got his Black section that holds his own. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a shout out there to Brother Jay Dizzle, because he was the very first brother that I met that I was communicating with on social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real good brother. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it too, and get a load of this here, Black family. Guess who had a chapter up there in Seattle?
The Blacc Panthers.
You damn right. Yes, sir. They most certainly did. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot who the captain was of that detail up there.
Yeah, Jay Dizzle knows all that information. Jay Dizzle knows the founder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe he does. You know what I'm saying? I believe, Jay Dizzle does. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good brother. Ain't got nothing but love for Jay Dizzle.
Yeah, also the victims of the wildfire, right? If it happens to be FBAs, they definitely deserve to be compensated.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Michael. Now, now to give you some more cannon fodder, Michael, and for those of you who don't know what the term cannon fodder means, was the amounts of explosives that they used during the Vietnam War to launch projectiles. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
On that, and then they even made a few movies up in Seattle. I think one of them was called Romeo Must Die. And I don't know what Romeo did to deserve death, you know what I'm saying? And then too, it does have a large Asian population there as well too, Michael.
Hold on, Shabaka. The real term of cannon fodder came from back in the 15th and 16th century, when they would use certain troops to soak up the cannon from the opposing enemy's troops. You would put people that you would consider like the meat bags, so they can use up all their cannon on them. That's why they were called cannon fodder, to be pushed out in front of the regular troops. So your regular troops wouldn't get wiped out. You would just put your slaves or some peasants that you had, put them niggas up in the front, and let them niggas soak up all that cannon fire. And once that cannon over, you would charge.
Yes, sir. And then also too, man, when me, Jay Dizzle, and his sister Ashe, we did the history of slavery on the West Coast, right? From California to Oregon to Washington. Now, Washington did not become a state until 1880. And I think Oregon became a state, man, in the early 1850s. Now, when our people came there, you can come there and work, but as soon as you finish working, you had to get the fuck about the state, man. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? And then also too, Jesse, like you said, Highway 12, right?
Yeah.
The Lewis and Clark Trail, because I was up there through Idaho and saw the trail. And the brother they had with him, man, as soon as he got the job done with him, he requested his freedom, man, and they went on and killed the brother.
Yeah, he was on their crew. I had just listened to it before we went live. Shabaka, crew want to know, can he come up?
Yeah, sure, man. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, man, but you know, why crew, you know, gets in to join us, man. But if y'all ever get a chance to go up there, man, by all means, man, yeah, you will love it. And if you from like Los Angeles or Oakland or Houston or some smog infested ass city, man, your lungs will appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it used to be in Denver.
Yeah.
Good air quality. That's gone now.
Damn. But you all got so much open space there, man, on that back range, man. I fail to see, man, how smog would get locked in Denver, brother Che.
Like the brown clouds, Shabaka. It gets
that smog. Yeah, that smog. Ask me how I know growing up in Los Angeles, man. Yeah.
It gets inverted. Like,
yeah.
Getting all that smoke from the fires, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I told you there, brother Che, all the way, man, from Spokane, Washington, man, across Montana, like the crew was saying, man, down to your state, across Wyoming, man, all that is flat. You see what I'm saying?
So, crew, we were going over the fires in Spokane. They got a Nabisco, who about 37 years old, who was responsible for starting one of them. And they got him on $1 million bond.
Oh, Jesse. By the way, I submitted a report to Braden Johnson for the anti-hate film for America Friedman today.
Okay, great. Thank you for doing that, Michael.
You're welcome. It was actually Carolyn Essex who added a lot of recommendations. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, shout out to Carolyn Essex for doing that.
Yep.
So this next video is about the air quality and the PMW.
Let me just say greetings, Jesse, Shabaka, Michael.
Hey, crew.
Hey, what's up, crew?
Breeze.
What up, crew?
I just trying to say greetings to y'all.
So we got Denver in the house, New York in the house, and out here with Shabaka in the wild, wild wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We just need somebody from the South, and we'll have this covered. We got the Midwest in the house, we got the East Coast in the house, and we got the West in the house.
Yeah, the wild, wild west. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Max. We do got the South in the house because Max in Houston, or he's originally from Houston, but I think he's in Wyoming right now.
Okay, now out there in Wyoming, man, that there ain't nothing, man, but wide open space for real.
Yeah, it is. Number rolling hills and wind.
Yeah, a lot of wind.
Shabaka and Jesse, when I was in Fargo, right, I did something that Nolan shouldn't have done.
I want to give a shout out to Nigerian Americans because I read an article that they are the most educated in America amongst immigrants, in U.S.
Godfrey.
No, but you know what I did? You know what I did?
What you do, crew?
So I was at the bar in Fargo, right?
Mm-hmm.
That a white boy, right? That motherfucker. I mean, he's from Montana.
You took the train. I think you told us that last night. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I did what I shouldn't have done, right?
Yeah.
But I still survived. So.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, we got all the coast in Nobby.
Yeah. So we building, Goddess Navi. We building. You know what I'm saying?
And then cut me off. I'm sorry. Cut me off if I start repeating stuff again. You get me? My mama be saying I be repeating stuff too. So let me know if I'm repeating stuff.
My family be telling me that shit there too, man. You already said that, Shabaka. Shut the fuck up.
I'm turning to you, Shabaka.
Well, bro, I don't mean to be a bad influence, man. You know what I'm saying?
I be turning it to you, Shabaka. I'm the me and Breeze, we the closest to you, so we about to turn it to some old niggas.
Well, listen here, Sonny. You know, time don't wait for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, but you still shoot a can from 200 yards off your knee with the rifle.
Yeah, because I always preferred rifles over, handguns, man, because of the kick. You know what I'm saying? But I see they got a pistol range out here. Then I got to go check with the state of Nevada. Hey, man, can I own a weapon in this state and disregard all that shit they said about me in California? It's all lies. Everything. They say Shabaka do this, Shabaka do that. I said, yeah, sure, but it's all lies.
They got pictures of you in Hollywood, man. What are you talking about?
They probably do. They probably do.
Yeah,
shit, you know what I'm saying?
You need to go back to goddamn Ghana with that shit. God flee.
Yeah, man, and Ghana,
God flee
man,
is Nigerian, right? This is what I was telling.
You need to go back to Nigeria with that bullshit.
That's what I was telling Sincere the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because so in Ghana they call us a Bruni, and they call us that.
What kind of insult is that?
That just means a white man. That means we're not from there. We're Americans.
Okay, does the motherfucker have his dental insurance? Okay, Pow Ping. Does that motherfucker got dental insurance?
But your dark ass Shabaka, your dark ass Breeze, dark ass, all of them be called a Bruni in Ghana because we're American.
Well, let
so
that
they see us as white.
Okay, but hold
in
on.
Nigeria, they call us a kata.
Yeah, because they called me an Akata and I went off on the bastard. You remember, what was that, about 6 months ago, Brother Che? Brother Che.
He probably making some eggs.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I went off on this trick, man. You know what I'm saying? And I said, Cat, you don't want none of this motherfucking heat. But I know a place that he need to take his black ass to where they will get his mind right. Go there to Los Angeles, motherfucker, and fuck up out there in West LA, Brentwood, some shit like that. And before you take your ass out there, be sure to look at the O.J. Simpson trial.
Hey, Shabaka, even white ass Seattle, right? Let an African get over there and start acting stupid.
Oh, yeah, now the Seattle Police Department, man, they will handle your business, some business, man, because I had a couple of run-ins with the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And they said, man, let's see your ID.
Africans all over Seattle.
Yeah. And guess what, y'all?
Africans all over that bit.
Yeah, and then you got a few of them, man, that's turning up here in Vegas too, man, because you all heard about that businessman they was to bring out here to the Super Bowl and his damn plane crashed out there or a helicopter crashed out there and Boulder. And I'm saying, why didn't the motherfucker just take a damn straight flight, man, from New York to Las Vegas? You know, why the hell they gonna take his ass 200 miles to the west there to Angel Town? You know what I mean? Something not right, you know? Something's not right.
If you got the money, you're supposed to be taking, especially if you big time, you're supposed to be taking a private jet.
Right, crew, because, you know, that Las Vegas airport, man, they filled up with those badged private jets,
like one of my best friends, Lear J on Instagram, right? He be flying Beyonce, Rihanna, Obama, all them out.
Yeah.
Like with the private jets, his other best friend is the pilot. So he does the he does the marketing, and then his friend is the pilot.
Right. And then also too, crew, what they do is, man, is that they got escorts back and forth to that airport with these private security firms. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even want to see how we roll around Chicago.
Oh yeah, well the shy is the shy.
No,
man.
I'm talking about like me and my friend. I'm talking about just like when we go to the bar.
Yeah.
So imagine when he's flying Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Right.
You get me? Like, this is what I was telling you the other day, Breeze. Like, man, we strapped. You know what I'm saying? It's not no reason because like I said, if I come out there with you, Shabaka, I already know Las Vegas laws.
Oh yeah.
Right? So I can't really carry my gun on the strip unless I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to make sure I hang out with you and your people that know it to where I ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I ain't gonna take you nowhere, man, where you would have to be off in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? And what have you, you know. But man, but one thing about Las Vegas, this motherfucker is off the hook. And the best time to be here, y'all, is in the winter months, man, because this heat, man, it will knock you on your ass, man, and that's for real. And it ain't like the humid heat that you would have over there in the East Breeze. It's this dry ass desert heat. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm sitting here and I'm sitting in front of my air conditioning, man, because the damn sun sets on my front door. And I got towels up under my door, right? Because I saw some damn scorpion-related creatures crawl up in this bitch one night, man, and that motherfucker got smooth stomped. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, y'all just like Florida, Shabaka.
I've been to Florida, man.
Do you wake up and it's a lizard on the wall?
No, man, no. I was there in the winter months, man, so I'd imagine that there would be like, man, there in the summer months, you know, because
that's how it was when I was living in Ghana.
Yeah.
Man, I'll wake up. Man, to hell with cockroaches. No. To hell with cockroaches and whatnot. I'll wake up, it's a lizard on the wall and another one on the ceiling.
Oh, hell no, man. Shit,
like,
no.
What? And I'm sleeping in my room with my doors closed.
Where's Jesse at?
Yeah, where is Jesse? Okay, he probably had to come back in. You know what I'm saying?
He's still here. He probably went to go eat.
Here, y'all. I'm on a phone call. One of my partners just hit me up, so I'm trying to finish the call.
Okay.
I know Jesse
we'll hold
was
it down. Yeah, I hold it down in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? So we thank everybody for watching Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. We deal with the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. You see what I'm saying? Because we are the world's culture. All these motherfucking groups, man, they want to sit up there and copy us and mimic us and all this old type of shit. You know what I mean? And then, but they want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of shit is that? Motherfucker, you either take the whole goddamn package deal, man, or don't fuck with it at all. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And we most definitely appreciate Michael, you know, the input of what he's been doing, because, you know, he's been really racking his brains. And you are definitely appreciated, Michael, you know what I'm saying, on whatnot. But then Europe, you know, off of another video that I saw, right? You know, everything from case law, wait a minute. What's case law, common law? Wait a minute.
Case law,
case law is what the courts say.
Constitutional law.
Okay. Now,
let me break it down, Jesse. Let me break it down. Because, you know, I follow this from like the 2A, First Amendment, 14th Amendment. All right. So we got law, right? That's what Congress makes.
That's common law. We got common law.
No. That's statutory law.
We got
law.
Yeah.
So like what Congress makes, what your local state or city council makes.
Right.
You know, okay, you can't cross on the red light type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is statutory law. That is what people voted for.
You're right.
Okay.
It's in the charter.
Right.
It's in
so then you got common law, which nobody ever voted for, but we already know that.
Right.
You get me? If I grab Lady Che ass, Jesse gonna knock my ass out.
Right.
Yeah.
That is common law.
Right.
Okay.
Nobody wrote that shit down.
Right.
But then you got legal. Well, what's the third thing? Like the jurist law, like when the courts make the law.
Common law.
No.
Constitutional.
Judicial law.
Judicial law. So that's like how the Supreme Court just said, okay, the 14th Amendment applies to any pregnant ass Mexican that just shits out a baby.
Yeah.
That's judicial law. or whatever.
Okay, we got Gun B336 in here with us, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Well, I like his name.
Me too. I like the name too. It's a cool name, creative.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you know my name. You know my name, Michael. I'm Ray Gunn.
Ray Gunn.
Like that's my legal name, Raymond Gunn.
Yeah, it snows up there too, Nabi. Yep.
Yeah, it does snow there too, up there in the PMW too, Navi.
That's where Zilla at. Be Zilla.
No, he's in Portland, I thought.
Okay, yeah, but still
Well,
up there,
Portland
like
is just right across the river from Washington State. You know what I'm saying? Because when you drive the I-5 north, and when you leave Portland, man, and cross the what the hell is the name of that damn the Columbia River? The Columbia River.
Zilla was in Seattle.
yeah, no, but it's still up Breeze is still up in the northwest.
Yeah, that's Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Yeah, the PMW.
No, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
the PNW. I'm sorry.
In Seattle versus Portland.
Yeah, I guess he's in Seattle, but I'm saying it's still like Seattle and Portland. You still all the way up on the top left of the damn country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
and
Pacific,
you're above
like
the
you could probably get a direct flight to Alaska from there.
I'm quite sure you can because they do have Alaskan Airlines up there, crew. You know what I'm saying? Particularly when you pass that SeaTac Airport, Seattle Tacoma International Airport, that's all the fuck I saw is Alaska Air, Alaska Air, Alaska Air.
And salt water. That salt water when you go into that shit ain't warm like in LA.
No, it's cold in the motherfucker, man, because I hopped one of them boats that you drive your car on, man, that took me to a place called Oak Harbor, right? Man, that motherfucker
I'll be right back. Somebody calling me. I'll be right back.
Okay. And that motherfucker, man, was shaking all over the place, man. But I was hoping to see some of the what they call them, the orcas, the killer whales. Now, the thing is about them creatures is this. They got memories, man, like elephants. Like if you harm one of them, man, or one of their loved ones, they will come seek your ass out. They made a movie called Orca
Yeah, they
about
made a
that.
movie. Yeah, they made a movie about that.
Yeah, and that
got
orca,
that in the Nabisco whole family.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and what happened was, and you saw the movie, man, where the killer whale went and tracked that motherfucker down to his house, man, and brought that motherfucker down off in a ocean and went up there and bit that motherfucker's head off, man. I'm talking about he did it with a vengeance, homie. You know what I'm saying? He did it with a vengeance. Yeah. Yeah, but from what I understand, though, man, they very rarely eat humans, man, unless you fuck with them. So if you go swimming like off in the ocean, man, you know, you want to be around them killer whales because they will fuck them sharks up for you. The same thing with the dolphins, too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they first cousins, you know, if I got my, what they call that, anthropology or marine biology or
Marine
something
biology.
like that.
Yeah, marine biology. Yep.
God is now says, no doubt those orcas will fuck you up real quick.
Yep.
All right. I ain't mad at the orca. Shit.
Yeah, so right next door to Washington, there was the In-N-Out shooting in Idaho.
Okay.
About it, yeah. It's white against white crime.
Yeah, white on white.
Good. We need more of it. Just like when they had these motherfuckers, white supremacists, shoot at each other check on the I-15, man, about 8 years ago. You know what I mean? And they was dumping on these motherfuckers, man, like at about a 50-mile stretch. You see what I'm saying? So, and I think Facebook tore down my first page, man. You know what I'm saying? When I said that, I said, hey, man, what can we do to enhance this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a racial remark. How the fuck is it a racial remark? You know what I mean?
Right. And even have you guys noticed too? All the mass shootings that happen in America has always been orchestrated by Mzungus, and they never they never passed a single law to stop mass gun violence in this country.
In the state where it started.
And then Michael, to prove your point even further, man, when they had this crazy motherfucker out here at the Mandalay Bay, man, shooting up at the airport, you know. And I have a loved one who worked out over there, and he had to die for cover, you know. And what I'm saying is, if you motherfuckers gonna go out there, man, want to shoot up everybody, then kill yourself, here's what you do. Kill yourself first. You see what I'm saying? Then go kill everybody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Even like TV shows, right? When you see like mass gun violence, it's always Mzungus on TV shows, right? And not like TV shows, movies.
I'm just kind of pissed off.
Yeah, look at this crazy motherfucker out here in Las Vegas. What was that, Brother Chad? A couple of months ago, dude couldn't take it that his old lady went and got with somebody else, so he gonna go shoot up the whole goddamn stuff. Man,
You'd be surprised too. Like,
it's on mute when you're done talking. Crew having a whole conversation. Yeah, Nobby, I got to see the dolphins and the whales when I went to SeaWorld in Florida.
A couple years ago, right?
I passed by SeaWorld in Florida, Brother Che. You remember, man, when we were scheduled to do a show and I had to go all the way over there, you know, and took the Interstate 10, you know what I mean? But I never made it to the Atlantic Ocean because I wanted to see the Atlantic Ocean. Because from what I'm,
I've been 4 times. I've been to Daytona Beach, Miami Beach, Virginia Beach, and New York.
Okay, and that Atlantic is like a teal green, but that Pacific is definitely a deep dark blue. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the Pacific, man, is about 1.5 times larger than the Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get like down there by Argentina, on North and South America, and then when you get down there by Azania, you know, those are where those oceans collide, the currents collide, man, and it should be real wicked, rough ass ship riding. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's get to this Nabisco that committed Nabisco on Nabisco crime.
Oh yeah, what can we do to promote more of that?
So 24-year-old gunman identified in Idaho, in and out shooting.
3
dead, 7 injured. They just opened up this in and out.
Chad. He had to be named Chad.
Yeah, he had to be a goddamn Chad.
Damn Chad.
Shabaka, I got a solution for that to answer your question.
Shooting outside of brand new.
Okay.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, you know how you asked what it would take for more Mzungus to more against other Mzungus is to cut off mental health institutions, right? Because by cutting off mental health institutions, right, it's gonna make Mzungus more upset, angry. Oh, and not to mention, the Beckys are dumping their boyfriends, husbands. So that's even making their men more upset.
I don't want them niggas all loose on the street.
Right.
Let them play some video games and stay drugged up.
And San Francisco got that real bad, y'all.
Keep them drugged up and get them out of our way.
Right.
Yeah, man, them motherfuckers is all over Frisco, y'all, because I passed a motherfucker one day, man, in Frisco years ago, man, and something was stinking, right? And I'm talking about stinking bad, and I'm not going to describe it. So the wind picked up, man, and it came straight from this motherfucker who came up there. Oh, hey, man, can you help me out? I says, help you out? I mean, help you off the planet, man, or help you into a mental institution or what? What do you mean by help you out? Well, man, if you got a few dollars, man, get your ass the fuck away from me, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even Mzungu, it's their own people who are cutting off, who are cutting funding for mental health institutions. So really, it's the Brad and Becky issue. I mean, nationally, right? And you'd be surprised, even when Brad will get upset over little stuff. When a girl doesn't like them.
No, Professor Blacc too. They always do a crime report. It just showed was that shot killed his whole family in what is that? Michigan. He killed his whole goddamn family.
Our brother on X, I exposed pedophiles.
Oh yeah, shout out to him.
He show you every damn day all these crimes that the Nabiscos are committing all damn day, every day. Whether it's touching kids, and it's both men and women touching the kids. if it's them unaliving their whole family. It's just every day they're unaliving these sisters
And
who
the
go
pets.
on dates
That's
with them.
right, Fresh. Don't forget the pets.
The pets.
Yeah. Oh, the
Also,
pets, the animal abuse they do. Oh my God.
And not to
Yeah,
mention,
it's sickening.
Yeah, it's very
And that's
sickening.
why, now here's something with me, y'all, that I got a rule, right? Like if I'm walking down the street, right, and I see a child coming up, I will cross the street, but I'm going to tell you something. As long as that child is in my view, that is there in a protected ring. You know what I mean? But at the same token, I cross off so a motherfucker can't come up there and falsely accuse you. Well, you did this. You the only black motherfucker who was around. So you guilt by your ancestral shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know one damn thing, man. I wish the hell I would catch me one of these motherfucking, who is that, Joshua? Fucking with these children, Jesse, that was up there in the shy, man, and the mama take a little girl to go up into the restroom crew. And then I don't know if this is your crew or not. They went there and told that motherfucker, hey, man, check this out, man. We will fuck you up. You go off in that bathroom as long as that woman is in there with her child. You know what I mean? And then I saw one video where a father was standing by the woman's restroom because his daughter was in there using the restroom, right?
Yeah.
So this transformer comes up there. Well, I want to go into the restroom too. And the daddy said, motherfucker, you open that door, they're going to be needing an ambulance to carry your ass up out of here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And not to mention, not to mention Mzungus, when they unalive each other, it's for inheritance. When like Brad and Becky don't get enough like assets from the parents, you'll be surprised. Especially Brad will go to extreme. And unalive his parents because his parents didn't give him enough inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always
that shit is crazy. Oh like Rob Reiner's son who did that bullshit to him there a few months back there in LA.
Yeah. All right, let me get to this.
All right.
Details about the gunman and those who tried to stop him.
Police say the 24-year-old shooter, Chad Williams, killed himself, but they have not released any more information about that person. They have not said where he is from or why he may have started shooting. 3 people are dead tonight. 7 more are hurt, 2 of whom are in critical condition. Investigators say despite online rumors, Williams was the sole gunman in this shooting. They say some witnesses may have been confused in the chaos of gunfire. Investigators
Twin Falls, Idaho. I've been through that motherfucker.
Exchanged fire with the gunman. Police say their actions likely drove Williams from the scene. Police say Williams' motive is still unclear this evening, but his family is cooperating with the investigation. The son of one of the victims says his father was shot in a nearby parking.
I woke up to getting a phone call hearing that my
Dudley.
dad was
Look at a lot of
shot.
names. Dudley.
I understand
That's
he
definitely
was
some abyss right
charging
there.
up the Tesla for to like finish out his shift for the taxi service. I heard he was shot was kind of the back by the neck area. I don't know if he's still in critical. All I know is he's like his condition isn't worsening.
Gives you a little insight into the
Damn. And I like In-N-Out burgers too.
treated and released
Yeah, I had
from
him
the
in San
hospital. 3
Francisco.
others are still hospitalized.
Yep. They got about 2 of them out here, brother Che. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got 2 out here in Denver, Colorado. We got
So,
one in Denver and
who's LARPing now? Let's hear it. Because for years, the joke has been on the guy at the range running drills on his day off, and Saturday afternoon in Idaho, that joke walked into a burger parking lot.
That's
and
why I think this nigga's a coon or a tether or both.
Yeah, he's probably both. I don't know what type of nigga this is.
A gunman opened fire inside a crowded In-N-Out burger in Idaho, killing multiple people and wounding others.
And tonight, police confirmed that suspected gunman is also dead.
3 dead, 7 hurt.
Oh,
Some of
then
them
why didn't the
critical, at a
motherfucker
brand
kill
new
himself
In-N-Out on
first?
Blue Lake Boulevard that had been open less than 2 weeks. And an In-N-Out on a Saturday afternoon is about as soft as a Target gets in this country, because nobody's running a threat assessment while they're deciding between animal style and a regular double-double. You've got families, you've got kids in the back seat, you've got teenagers working the register in those red aprons, and everybody in that lot is in the most relaxed mental state a human being can be in, short of being.
He's right.
That's what this guy walked into.
Yeah, I know, Goddess Navi. I wish I had a damn business like that with a damn lines and backed up like
in and
hell.
out drive-through with a handgun start firing at the shooter. He took this video as he drove away from the stoplight, and the two exchanged gunfire. Cohen says this man was shooting from a distance, but he might have saved lives because he distracted the shooter enough to get him to stop firing into traffic.
Taking a handgun to a rifle fight is not a decision. It is a personality trait. A rifle beats a pistol at basically every distance that matters.
Pretty
More
much.
rounds, more velocity, more accuracy, more reach. And everybody who's ever spent a weekend at a carbine class knows it. So this man is standing in a drive-through lane with a pistol at distance against a rifle, and he decides that's the play. Big props to him. That takes some serious cojones. And here's what matters, because if that shooter is turning around to deal with him, then that shooter is not putting rounds into a parking lot full of people. And every second of attention he burns on the guy shooting back at him is a second some kid gets to make it to a car. That's the entire point of any of this. Not a body count, not a highlight reel, just seconds. Now, we still don't have much officially. Police haven't confirmed whether he was a civilian or an off-duty cop or something else. They haven't confirmed whether he hit the suspect. They haven't confirmed whether officers fired, and they still haven't officially explained how the shooter died. Now, online, he's been identified as Jordan Salinas, a Twin Falls local, and that's coming from witnesses and social media, not from a police department. So let's hold that loosely until somebody actually confirms that. All right, gun nerd time, because there's something on that audio. Listen to those shots, and to my ear, that's a suppressed handgun. My eyes tell me it's a suppressed handgun, but you add the audio, tells me it's a suppressed handgun. You see, suppressed pistols have a very distinct signature. Still plenty loud, just a completely different report. I could be wrong. That's my read off the audio and honestly visually and nothing more. But it left me with a question I couldn't shake, which was whether that can was already on his gun when he walked out of the house that morning, or whether he scooted on in the middle of an active shooter and then went to go deal with the guy, because those are two very different like this. And then somebody dug up a post from on their own.
Right. There you go. There you go, right there.
And it reads, train like your life depends on it, because God forbid one day it might. 2 years
That's for real. You want to get that damn muscle memory down.
From random afternoon, posting about it like a normal gun guy who takes it seriously. So say it again for me. Who's LARPing now? Because that's the word. That's the whole bit. You go to the range, you run drills, you work, you draw, you push your distance out past 7 yards. You put a red dot on your carry gun. You spend money on training instead of a vacation. And there's a whole crowd of people, and a lot of them inside of our own community, lined up to tell you you're playing dress up, cosplaying operator, tactical, LARPing. That word has always kind of been done. I'll tell you why it actually bothers me, because it's disrespectful to the military, honestly. When
now here's one for you.
Especially a top tier.
I'm going to say this after the brother finished talking.
What that job is. They're navigating terrain. They're running comms. They're maintaining and fixing equipment. They're scouting. They're reading and processing information. They're executing a mission with 50 moving parts, and the shooting is one tool in an enormous kit. And depending on the unit, it might not even be the most important one. Ask any military guy you know. The gun part kind of barely registers for them, because there's so much else he has to be an expert at. So when you take a civilian who owns a firearm and wants to be competent with it, and you file that under military cosplay, you've managed to insult everybody in the transaction at the same time. And I'm not telling you to train like you're going through selections. You're not a special operator, and neither am I, unless you actually are. And then in that case, carry on. But we live in a country with more guns than we have people, and we have the constitutional right to own one. So why on God's green earth would you not learn to run it to the top of your ability? And now here's a man who did exactly that, posted about doing it, ate whatever people said about him for doing it, and then Saturday afternoon, that same training, that same gun ended up in a parking lot with real lives on the line. So call it LARPing. Go ahead. LARP your heart out. LARP till the wheels fall off, because the real world consequences are worth every joke anybody's ever made at your expense. And when it stopped being pretend, he was the one person out there with a working answer. And I want you to see the other side of that coin, because it was in the same parking lot.
As I was running I faced the shooter head on, and he pointed the gun at me, and I ducked behind a white car just to have some sort of coverage. I saw a pistol on a gun case. I'm guessing that was his, and I didn't have anything to defend myself, so
well, you better get you some throwing stars, lady.
It was jammed, so I just felt helpless.
And that woman did nothing wrong. She made the right call. She got out and she lived to tell a reporter about it. And I have zero criticism for her. But look at the picture. Rifle pointed at her face. She ducks behind a car. And the only thing standing between her and whatever comes next is a gun she found on the ground that belonged to somebody else and didn't even work. She reached for it anyway, which tells you something about instinct, because in the actual moment when it's real, the instinct shows up whether you made peace with firearms politically or not. Which brings me to something I've been beating a drum about for years while people looked at me sideways. Truck guns. I've done whole videos on what the best truck gun is, what to keep in the vehicle, how to stage it, and the concept exists exactly for situations like this, because shooting a pistol accurately at distance is genuinely hard. I do it. I've been practicing it for years, and I still wouldn't put expert marksman at distance with a handgun on my resume. And that's on a square range with nobody shooting back at me. If this dude had a rifle, that fight is over in a fraction of time. The shooter doesn't stand a chance.
Tell that to the Walking Dead,
now,
nigga.
I don't know his situation. Maybe he had one, couldn't get to it. Maybe he didn't have one at all. And it doesn't matter for him because he made it work anyway. But for the rest of us, the argument just played out in real time in a drive-through lane in Idaho. Now, here's what's had me heated all day. Where is the coverage? Because I had to go digging through Instagram posts and X posts to piece together what this man did. And when the big outlets do mention him, they blow right past it in one sentence. And most of them won't even show the video. Meanwhile, the police response gets the full segment. Fast response, great work, heroic officers. And I mean it when I say I'm glad they were there. I'm sure they moved as fast as they possibly could.
Nigga, they call him the hero shooter.
He was shooting at before the police arrived. He went towards gunfire he could have driven away from.
I watched 3 videos on the major news network, 3 minutes each.
He stood out in the open while somebody with a rifle shot back at him. He didn't have to do any of that. His gun was for him. He could have left and been safe like most people would. And I'm not mad at anybody who does. But when a man doesn't, give him his props. And I know exactly why they won't. Because if your whole pitch is that the government keeps you safe, you cannot afford to celebrate a citizen who didn't wait for government to show up. Every one of these stories punches a hole in that sales page. I can post a defensive gun use story damn near every day of the week, every week. And those are only the ones that get written up somewhere. And if it wasn't for local news, almost none of them would ever surface because national outlets don't touch them until the story is too big to avoid. And then the same people turn around and tell you the self-defense numbers are a myth. We just watched a man in 4K trade rounds with a mass shooter in a burger parking lot, and it barely registered. Let me put it another way. What does a father do when his daughter leaves for college? He prepares her. Take this, carry that. Here's how it works. Here's when you use it. Here's what to do walking to your car at night. Don't go there. Don't do that. He hands her tools and he teaches her to use them because he knows the day is coming when he can't be standing next to her. Now ask yourself what that father does if what he actually wants is just for her to completely depend on him. He doesn't give her any of it. He doesn't teach her a thing. He tells her, if anything happens, call me. Just call me. I'll handle it. Same thing the government tells you. Call the cops. Put your life in their hands. Don't take your defense into your own. I like cops. I want them here. I want them capable. I want them trained and funded and equipped to do the job well. And I've always thought armed citizens and law enforcement should be
brother, the police are not under no legal obligation to protect you.
There's no reason it isn't. But cops can't be everywhere. They can't come until you call. And once you call, they still have to drive there. Saturday afternoon in Twin Falls, somebody was already standing there. So here comes the pushback, because when an armed citizen engages and doesn't single-handedly end the whole thing, we get told it proves the good guy with the gun doesn't work. Yeah, right. Nobody serious ever claimed an armed citizen was a guarantee. And the standard being applied here is one we don't apply anywhere else in life, because we don't say seatbelts don't work when somebody dies in a crash. And we don't say fire extinguishers are useless because the kitchen still got scorched. An armed person on scene shortens the timeline, and shortening the timeline gets measured in lives, because the entire lethality of these attacks is a function of how many uninterrupted minutes the guy gets. Then you'll hear that he could have made it worse. He could have hit a bystander, that responding officers wouldn't know who's who. And Those are real concerns, and anybody who carries needs to have wrestled with every one of them long before it's their turn. But the alternative on offer is a parking lot where the only person willing to shoot back is the guy with the rifle. And nobody has ever explained to me how that version ends better. One more thing stuck out with me, and it's that Tesla, because I drive one. And sitting at a charging station is one of the most—
Man, I wouldn't buy one of them overpriced pieces of shit for nothing.
All the way out. You're stationary in a way you never are anywhere else in your day. And you can't just drop it in and drive and go. So watching footage of a man walk up on a parked Tesla at a charger and put rounds into it landed different for me. My gun is on me at those chargers. And I'm telling you that by itself wouldn't have solved it. Because a guy walking up on your hood with a rifle is a problem you needed to see 30 seconds earlier. Situational awareness is still the first line of defense. The gun is what you use when the awareness runs out of road. And one last thing about this man, because the shooting isn't even the part that gets me. According to the AP, he didn't leave. He went from exchanging gunfire to kneeling on the asphalt with his hand on the chest wound, staying with a wounded In-N-Out employee until paramedics got there. Anybody can be brave for 11 seconds with adrenaline doing the driving. Staying afterwards—
This is enough ass kissing.
Somebody's blood on your hands, no idea whether she's going to make it, is a different thing entirely. And that's the part they'll never put on your screen, because every time one of these happens, the machine turns around and looks at you, the person who did nothing, who hurt nobody, who was home minding your own business, and treat you like a problem. They want you a little bit embarrassed about wanting to be capable. They want it to feel fringe, like something you keep quiet about at work. It isn't. It's the most normal, most American instinct there is. And it's the whole idea this country was built on, that the people are capable of defending themselves and don't exist at the mercy of whoever shows up. And that's what the America 2A design that I'm wearing right now is all about. America in that distress font with a bullet standing in for the eye. We've got it on the hat and on shirts. You throw it on and you're not arguing with anybody. You're not posting. You're not explaining yourself to your coworkers. You just walk through your day quietly on the road. So head over to the link in the description section and grab.
Lord, I had enough of him. Okay, we got Shabaka back.
Yeah, that's very, interesting. I agree with what he said, but I disagree with what he said. You can't really trust the police anymore.
Police. Like Shabaka said, policy enforcers, the slave patrol.
Exactly, Michael. Exactly, Trey.
Yeah, I don't know what the guy in the hat's thinking that we got to fund the police.
Right.
Yeah.
People are funding for the police. Fuck the police.
Pretty much.
Yeah. The only thing you guys need is just to be trained in tools. That's it. Instead, depend on the police, because the police are not going to come anyways in a timely manner. If they do show up, they're going to wait until the incident gets
show up after a crime's been committed.
Exactly.
We see what they did with all day Texas. The motherfuckers didn't step in and let them kids.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of kids got unalive. It's actually the Uvalde mass shooting.
Yeah, and then let's look at our man. What was his name? Micah Thompson, brother Che.
Yeah, Micah Johnson.
And Michael Johnson. And I remember, man, is that I was up there in Panther Town early in the morning going to the Starbucks. And they was putting the newspapers up there in there. And I asked the dude, could I have one? It was one with a police sergeant up there crying his ass off, man. Oh, yeah, motherfucker, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh?
Yeah, that's why they sent the robot in to kill him.
Exactly. Who do we lose? Somebody fell off.
Probably Crew. Yeah, Crew is still on that phone call. I had to call him
okay.
for the whole conversation he was having.
Okay.
Right, so these are two victims from the Idaho In-N-Out shooting speaking.
And others injured. NBC4's Robert Kovacic joins us now with more on the victims and the heroic actions from two people that likely saved many more. Robert.
And Carolyn, let's begin with the California connection to the Idaho mass shooting. As you see right here, 2 of the 3 killed are from our state. And late tonight, the New York Times is reporting that Christopher Blanche was from Santa Clarita. Blanche was a patron at the In-N-Out, but the woman you see right there, 23-year-old.
That's Ashley Southern California, Santa Clarita, brother Che.
She's from Stockton, but traveled to Twin Falls as an associate to train workers there.
Stockton is in Northern California.
Location. Yeah. As Carolyn mentioned, 3 dead, 7 injured, and that would have been far worse, authorities say, if the man you see right here, that armed bystander, would not have distracted the gunman. That man seen shooting into a Tesla. 24-year-old shooter would take his own life, but here is what the police chief in Twin Falls says.
Take his own life? Why didn't that motherfucker do that first?
An off-duty state trooper who also engaged that shooter.
Robert Brooks, Michael.
We can confirm that there was an off-duty state trooper.
Robert Brooks,
who
yes, he said
actively
again.
engaged the suspect by returning gunfire towards him.
The video you shared on Twitter.
Yes.
That's another Robert Brooks situation. Remember, they beat that brother to death in Clinton County facility.
Mm-hmm. Yep, when he was like already compliant, like he was already like strapped in the chair.
Yeah.
And the white
Oh,
officer-
yeah. Wasn't that in New York State?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get a load of this here. Not getting off topic. They had one of the Booze brothers up there on the news this morning, man. Parrot Nose Cash Patel. He was good and fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, and the dude on the left of this photo is reminding me of that. That's why I'm mentioning it up. But I'm sorry, but carry on.
We want to take a moment and commend the actions of the off-duty officer and the citizen in their heroic action to stop this incident. We believe their actions helped drive the suspect away from the scene, preventing further casualties.
And think about this incident. It was an ordeal that witnesses say lasted 10 to 15 minutes. Our NBC affiliate in Twin Falls spoke to a pastor who was there at In-N-Out and describes the immediate aftermath when the gunman opened fire.
We were just in a sea of panic, and there were hundreds of people around there in the restaurant. We were just mainly running for our
I couldn't even think of Jesus at that
scary.
moment. I had
So
to
didn't have time to
fucking
really
run.
analyze what was happening. It was mainly
Hell.
just get out of there without getting shot.
See, that nigga went to praising on the Lord. That nigga
Christopher as having a
Yeah, he was worried about saving his ass.
Heard from the family of Ashley Garibai. They say Ashley was an amazing, beautiful soul who loved living life and was a friend to all. Now, as for the shooter, who we said took his own life, no motive has been given, and his family has not responded
do
to
that
NBC's
first.
request for comment. But we are told they are cooperating with the state and the FBI as the investigation now continues into this mass shooting. I'm Robert Kovacic. Carolyn?
Shabaka said, don't shoot all them people, just shoot yourself.
Yeah, shoot yourself first, man, then go shoot everybody.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker told me online, well, Shabaka, he would be dead. And I said, that's precisely my point.
Fire outside an In-N-Out restaurant.
Yeah, this reminds me of Columbine.
Yeah.
This morning, we're hearing from the man who fired back.
It was like a switch, like, okay, green light.
He said it's real now.
Yeah, like this is real, it's happening.
35-year-old Jordan Salinas tells me he and his girlfriend Emily had just pulled into the parking lot when the shooting began.
As soon as we pulled in, just a sea of people just flooding out of the building.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on. We both thought it might have been a kitchen fire.
What's happening? What happened? What's happening?
Hundreds ran for their lives through that crowded shopping center.
Nigga can't even say that.
Jordan drew his semi-automatic pistol and went toward the danger. Seen on video, repeatedly firing at the shooter.
You were actively taking cover behind the In-N-Out sign.
The biggest thing was just that he didn't know where I was when those.
Nah, that motherfucker need to shut up, man, because with him talking, man, his ass has opened himself up for a civil lawsuit.
No, he seemed.
Am I right about that, Jay?
Aiming that rifle at those cars, and then as soon as some rounds started coming at him, everything changed.
Authorities say an off-duty state trooper also took aim at the suspect, and the pair's heroic actions bought valuable time for people to flee. They say the shooter, identified as 24-year-old Chad Williams, died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
We believe their actions helped drive
Motherfucker, you should have killed yourself first.
The motive for the shooting is still unclear. 7 people were injured, 3 more were killed. Among them, Christopher Blanche, his sister telling the New York Times he'd lived in Idaho for 30 years and loved traveling, cooking, and the outdoors. And 23-year-old Ashley Garibai, who worked at the restaurant. Her family saying she was adventurous, outgoing, smart, and driven. The community in Twin Falls is devastated by the loss. They're praising Jordan for helping save so many.
The investigators say that you probably saved a lot of lives.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, you know, to be with their families, be with their friends. That was the entire goal.
You can hear your background, Breeze.
And Jordan emphasized you don't need a weapon to be helpful in a situation like this. While, of course, he and that state trooper helped drive the suspect away, we also know that he said dozens of people sprung into action to get people to safety and to help with first aid, plus all the actions of the first responders. All of that together helped get a lot more people home safely, guys.
Yeah, took a lot of people. I'm happy Jordan was there to help. All right, thank you for that, Trevor.
You are Strahan.
Oh, yeah, old Michael Strahan, yeah. But the only thing I can say about that, man.
All the latest development.
Go ahead, Shabaka.
Yeah, it's probably, man. Hey, crew. So old boy, man, his old lady, man, probably left his ass, or he probably walked in on her getting stroked down by some brother. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I can't take it. Let me go out here with this shit. The stupid motherfucker, man, fuck him. And let that son of a bitch burn in hell, man. And there ain't no goddamn way in hell I'm gonna go out here and do some shit like this, man.
All right, crew. We played some raccoon that was talking about.
My bad, Jesse. I had a phone call.
Yeah, I heard you. We heard you. I had to put you on mute.
I'm sorry the phone call was on that. But you know, that's B1.
Yeah.
From back, I knew him back in Fargo.
Right.
But my bad.
All
right. So we just heard from the hero in this case, who stepped in and shot at the gunman from a distance. So I think we got some more victims to hear from.
Yeah. And In and Out gonna be open for an avalanche of lawsuits too on civil cases.
Oh, and Jesse, this coverage I'm sure reminds you of the Columbine shooting.
Yeah, well, that shit was everywhere. That shit was
Oh yeah, that's the first time I visited Denver, Colorado, Jay. About 2 years afterwards, man, I see Columbine. I said, man, that sounds like the name of where the crazy motherfucker was shooting at people, and people informed me, no, that is the location of it.
Yeah.
I said, well, okay, you know.
But yeah, and the two perpetrators in Columbine also unalive Isaiah Souls at the same time.
Darren Klebo, yeah, them suspected white supremacists. They ain't suspected. They are white supremacists. They were white supremacist trench coat mafia, yeah.
Yeah, just like over there at the Aurora Theater, Jay, where you at, man, where they had the Joker in there.
Yeah,
that's where the dude shot up the whole spot.
Yeah, shot up the whole goddamn movie theater.
Hey, but guess what, Shabaka?
Yeah.
Shabaka, watch this, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the movies with my best friend, Ace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His son got a Glock 30 on him.
Mm.
Damn.
You give me them 45s, them slow ass 45s.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you think anybody finna shoot up where the fuck me, Ace, and his son at?
No.
No.
You give me, we're really on that shit, Shabaka.
Mm-hmm. Like the referee says, protect yourself at all.
I'm about to go to sleep because I got to be up early.
Oh, yeah, you got to go.
Hey, Breeze allergic to guns.
No, he ain't.
What are you talking about?
I'll just fuck with you, Breeze.
Yeah, Cruz is joking.
But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow or whatever because I'll be in.
Salute, Breeze. Salute to you, Breeze.
Yeah, stay safe.
I'll be live tomorrow. I'll see y'all.
All right,
okay, Breeze.
Tomorrow at work.
On the Wednesday, it's a Wednesday slide.
Yeah, Wednesday slide.
I'll fuck around and have some beats for you, too.
All right, see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, Breeze.
All right, Breeze. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Because I got to get ready for Frontline Black News.
Right. So we can start to close, man, anytime you're ready.
I didn't get through all the topics.
My bad. Okay.
I guess I'll go to the next topic, which is Judge Pirro.
Oh yeah, Pirro. Yeah, Jenny Pirro. Yeah, that broad looked like she was built in a wax museum, man.
All that Botox.
Yeah, that motherfucker looks scary as hell to
Trump's
me.
taking a swipe at somebody he presumably used to like, somebody he picked for her job, but somebody who did not deliver on a prosecution he wanted. That's Judge Jeanine. You know, Jeanine Pirro, former Fox News host. She's now the lead federal prosecutor in D.C.
Her whole
but
face is fucked
President
up.
Trump says she choked.
Yeah, that's
Says
that
she
plastic
folded like
surgery
an
from
umbrella.
Beverly
Almost had to
Hills,
drop
crew.
the case against a former Olympian accused of vandalizing the reflecting pool. Turns out it wasn't the Olympian, but shoddy work by a contractor that was the problem. According, by the way, to the prosecution. This is according to the government. President Trump doesn't love it.
Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her and went after her department. And I guess she choked. I was disappointed with Jeanine Pirro, really disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella, and people get away with things.
I love it.
Disgrace.
Let me bring in Ryan Riley, who's joining us now. Let me just unpack a few things here. First of all, when he says the judge went after her, didn't they just drop? Wasn't this her decision?
Yeah.
She just decided we're not going to bring this case.
Completely. And also the judge didn't take any substantive action like at all, right? There was a preliminary hearing. There wasn't any commentary. There wasn't any communication with the judge. He doesn't know who the judge was, clearly.
There was no shit with Bruin decision neither. So what are you talking about?
Here just because it was a weak case to begin with.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the prosecution, the government,
Jesse, you know the Bruin decision, they brought in no experts or nothing.
Yeah. Pointed at just bad installation work to begin with. It wasn't this Olympian going in, it was poorly installed to start with, right?
Yeah, that part in particular was already sort of coming up. But
That was your
not only that, but
Mexicans.
It was coming up across the board. One of the things that they pointed out in their memo Friday is that, you know, when you're thinking of people being able to damage parts of the water, it would be on the edge, right? But it was coming up in the middle of the pond. No one like walked out into the middle of the pond.
Should have had FBA install it.
Right? So it's like there just was a bunch of things that didn't make sense about this process.
You give me Jesse? It should have been FBA installing it.
President
And it'd have been straight and never
fuck
fucked
be on
with.
Janine Pirro firing watch. What's up?
I mean, it's her sink or swim moment, you might
It
say.
is. Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
geez. Okay. She's in it. But honestly, like, is he mad enough to
Man, look at that mannequin-looking motherfucker, man.
Watch out for
Nose is fucked up. Cheeks is fucked up.
Right, doesn't live up to.
Probably look like she got plastic surgery.
She's in trouble.
That's what I'm talking about, Michael.
Relationship.
She's been an ally of his for so long. I mean, well before she ended up in his administration.
It goes way back, and so this might be something where.
But if she's sucking your dick and is in charge of the fucking entire government, then so be it.
Unclear what. Never going to succeed. It was a matter of
Damn. And this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is for those 18 years of age and over. Let me just put that out there for the record.
Really clear about these people who work for him in the Justice Department. When he wants prosecutions, he wants to see them done.
Right. And she tried to indict 6 sitting members of Congress over a video that Donald Trump didn't like, in which they told, members of the military, members of the intelligence branch that they should obey their oaths, that they shouldn't obey, they shouldn't follow unlawful orders. Donald Trump wanted those individuals indicted. Janine Pirro's office tried to get them indicted. Now, federal grand jury in D.C. rejected it. And I think, the question on this reflecting pool case that I think we would have gotten into had it continued on is, how was this jury actually instructed? Because it was a little bit of a surprise that a D.C. grand jury went ahead with this sort of case. We don't know how many of those grand jurors went along with it because, that's not something you have to break down at the grand jury level. And we don't know precisely what arguments they made and whether or not, potentially any of the witnesses were coached. So I think there are still a lot of questions about this. I don't think the reflecting pool case is fully adjudicated yet because we could still see in the future them move to try to get this thrown out entirely, or potentially maybe some litigation from the plaintiff or from the former defendant here.
Do you have you said that like something? Do you know?
That's
something?
the point.
We saw.
Do I need to go to Culver's?
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Do I need to go to Portillo's?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking
I'm telling you,
news and
this is what they're
stories on the
saying.
News app, or watch live on our YouTube channel.
All right, what's your thoughts on that? Go ahead, crew.
Go ahead, crew.
Right,
Oh, now you say crew got to go ahead because I was the most talking.
Detail.
But man, to hell with these people. Like I said, Culver's, Portillo's or whatever, even in South Chicago, they are lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Trump was good. Period. I ain't gonna say I love Trump or I like Trump or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is what Trump is doing is what we expect a president to do.
But also, too, crew, there's an old saying from South Central LA that Trump is going through pretty much never apologize for how you honestly feel. And that motherfucker ain't apologizing for shit with his multiple convicted felon ass.
Do you ain't apologize for shit, did you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I deny everything, confess to nothing, man. I don't know any Godfather. It's all lies. Everything.
Yeah, and you do that, Shabaka. So what more should Trump do?
Okay, well, what case are you speaking of, sir?
I'm talking. Never mind.
I'm making a joke, crew.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah.
I was going to add, you know, what I said in the comments, I said, Brad and Becky won't demand gun control until their own people become extinct down the road. Meaning, if there are a lot of white people who died of gun violence, that's when I think they're going to take gun control very seriously. Once their population hits 0, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I call that wow.
I disagree with you, Michael.
Really? Why you say that, crew? Because I think that most Mzungus, right? I think most Mzungus would have demanded, you know, reasonable gun control if they.
No,
if they
it's not going to happen in America. America is Second Amendment.
Oh,
the gun is just as good as the Bible. It's not going to happen.
I mean, I understand about the Second Amendment rights, but the Second rights definitely has to come with some restrictions, right? Because
no, it doesn't. Restrict the Bible. Remember, I said that. This is what I'm telling you, Michael. It's not going to happen.
I know.
Especially with the Supreme Court. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Second Amendment is the same as the First Amendment. It's a fundamental right.
Right. But I'm just saying that states can have different interpretations on the Second Amendment.
And the states is going to get their ass kicked by the Supreme Court. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
Right. I'm just saying not always. Like going back to 94, when Bill Clinton signed the assault weapons ban into law in 94, it did not eliminate the Second Amendment rights.
That fucking assault weapons ban in 94 was unconstitutional, and Clarence Thomas is saying as much.
Yeah,
the Supreme Court right now. Hold on, Michael, you're not American.
No,
I'm American.
Yeah,
Stop fucking talking to me when I'm talking about American legal jurisprudence.
Oh, I'm not.
I am legal jurisprudence. My dad's a lawyer. My mom's a lawyer. My brother's a lawyer. Stop. I'm telling you, this shit ain't going to work.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying that historically speaking.
But you're just saying from your country. Stop it.
I'm not saying from my country. I'm not. I'm stating the facts, Cruz. I'm not yelling at you, sir. I'm not. I'm just stating the facts.
I'm yelling at you because you're telling me about my country and what my lawyers and my people do.
I'm not talking about the lawyers. I'm talking about white America.
Okay, come on, gentlemen. Let's keep it peaceful now. Let's keep it peaceful. We could disagree agreeably.
Yeah, I'm just saying that although Clinton signed the assault weapons ban into law in 94, it did not eliminate Second Amendment's right. Let's be very clear. And it had a sunset provision. That means 10 years. It expired in 2004. That was the last time. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to dispute the facts, but I'm just giving you to just give opinions. I'm just giving the facts. When it was signed into law, and then they had a sunset provision. That means it was good for 10 years. And after 10 years, there has not been any.
So what about this Bruin? Michael. What about the Bruin case, 2022?
I don't know about the Bruins case, but what I do know.
But you talk. Come on.
The
Bruin case is the controlling law from the Supreme Court.
Right.
The Bruin case takes history and tradition. So now, if Clinton put a law in 94, or if the National Gun Control Act came in 68, there is no fucking history or tradition of it since 1792.
Right. But
do you understand me? You're still talking over me. I'm talking.
Right.
Michael, let me finish what I'm saying. if there was a gun control act in 1968, and then there was this other bullshit in 94 that Clinton did,
Right.
then where is the text, history, and tradition from 1791 as per Bruin?
Right,
as
that's
per
right.
the 22 Bruin case.
Right, but I'm just
There
saying
is none.
None, right. But I'm
There is
saying-
none. So
right,
it's
that's
all
only
fucked
temporary.
up.
Right, but
Hold
I'm
on,
just
hold
saying
on,
that-
hold on, hold on. Let me read this so Michael
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from, crew. So in June 2022, the Supreme Court issued a landmark 6-3 decision in Bruin. Ruling the court struck down New York's restrictive concealed carry licensing law, established a Second Amendment protects an individual's right to carry a loaded firearm in public for self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Regulation decision introduced a new legal standard requiring modern gun restrictions to align with the nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation, invalidate and may issue concealed carry laws across several states.
Right. Now, also, too, Brother Che, you got to look at the Mulford Act out of California that was signed into law by that goddamn senile Grecian formula fuck
And that
Ronald
Mulford
Reagan.
is thrown out too. Under
Yeah.
Bruin.
So this supersedes the Mulford and any other
Right,
law.
because it's federal. Because the federal supersedes the state law, right,
As
Che?
Clarence Thomas and all them at the Supreme Court said,
Right.
fuck all these laws.
Right.
Right, but they also allowed by '94 they allowed the law to remain in place, but gave states the flexibility to enforce.
Yeah,
for
but
instance,
what Crew is
extra
saying,
weapons.
94 is irrelevant now.
Right. But I'm just saying that the '94 the assault weapons ban was not permanent; it was temporary. It had a sunset provision. That means it was allowed to
Okay.
expire
I'm saying it's
for years.
still illegal. It's still illegal under the Constitution. So
Right, I
anything that
understand that.
seems like it is still illegal.
Right. But I'm just saying that eventually what I'm saying is that Brad and Becky are going to demand something serious. By the time their population is going to hit zero with gun violence, meaning the white race is going to be eradicated. I'm just saying. I know you guys have different opinions about it, which is fine, but I'm just saying that eventually they're going to demand legislation in the future. We don't know when. I'm just saying for white America, not for black America.
Yeah, exactly, Michael, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then when they elected that old senile motherfucker as the 40th president, man, say this is what caused a lot of that shit, that damn Ronald Reagan.
So I like how Trump is doing things right now, Shabaka. I really like how Trump is doing things.
Well, Crew, you a grown man, and that is your opinion, sir, and you are welcome to it. Me personally, I think the motherfucker belongs in
hey,
this.
Shabaka, do you like being able to have a gun?
Hell yeah, man, you know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
so thank Trump. Thank Trump.
No, that there would be, wait a minute.
Do you want your gun license to work like a driver's license?
Yeah, man, I say, man, a motherfucker should
thank
have a right
Trump.
to a gun without a damn permit, man, because it's
Thank
supposed. But hold on, old Crew. But keep in mind that it was designed for the slave owners, man, to suppress slave uprisings. Am I correct on that, brother?
I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
I mean, you're correct,
Okay.
Sabaka. You're definitely correct, Sabaka. It's like meant for the
Okay.
military.
See, and then too, Michael, keep in mind, man, this is why they disarmed the Black Panthers, man, in Oakland, man, when they went into the California state legislature, man, where they quote unquote took the infamous wrong turn, you see, because they had wanted to go off into the state assembly chamber, but they went down on the state assembly floor and took the wrong turn, according to Mr. Seals' memoirs, right? But in actuality, it was the imagery that the Black Panthers had projected, them captured them black berets in those leather jackets, man, you know what I'm saying? And that scared the shit out of white America. You see what I'm saying? It really did. Well, man, you know, we really ain't treated these people the best way, man. So although they might be morally right, but we got to make sure that they are legally wrong. So this here gives the San Francisco Police Department, the Los Angeles Police Department, the San Jose Police Department to go in there, man, and to tear down their offices where they was just feeding kids. You see, the free breakfast program, you see what I'm saying? And it was open to all children, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just black children or what have you that they try to say, but it was open to all children. Because when you go to school, man, trying to learn, there is a definite connection, man, between the mind and the stomach. You see what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Crow
And
was referring- hold on, Michael.
Yeah.
What Crow was referring to was executive order on the Second Amendment rights that Trump signed in February of last year.
Last year.
Okay, so that was through an executive order.
Right,
Okay,
that's
now
what
Fresh, yeah, okay. Now
Right.
Fresh is talking about down there in the great state of Texas, Governor Bud. You know what I'm saying? The infamous Texas Rangers who specialize in capturing runaway slaves, you see, because they knew that, well, you know, we really ain't treating these people right. You see what I'm saying? So we got to come up with some type of roadblock to put in there so they could be unarmed to have us to be
Shabaka,
easily
Jesse,
killed.
I gotta go make a run. I'll be back later. I gotta jump off the stream. My bad.
Okay, thank you for joining. Crew.
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate
crew,
y'all
thank you.
having me up here.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, and thank you for joining us, crew. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
Appreciate
Shabaka.
it.
Hey, look, I know it's the next 6 months I'll probably be mad at you. You know how
Alright,
we
well,
you know
that
how we
sounds
get
like a
along for
personal
6
problem.
months. You know, hey Shabaka, you know how we get along for 6 months and be beefing for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like personal issues, crew. And remember, man, you see what I'm saying? I deny everything, confess to nothing. It's all lies.
Hey, but I
everything.
still think this girl that Jesse got on there, that's an African. She's not FBA.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's
Cute as hell.
no, that's ain't that there? What's her name, man? Abby Phillip.
Yeah, that's Abby Phillips. Yep, she's
I can see her rabbit teeth in the front. She look like she got rabbit teeth.
No, but she's very articulate. I had to give it to her, though, crew. She's very articulate. You know, when she does her table of 5 show, and what she does is on purpose. She brings personnel that's gonna disagree with each other, just like what's his name? Winning is everything. And then who's the white boy that got the glasses and the damn cowboy hat on and shit, man? That should be funny as hell.
I'll be back though, Shabaka and Jesse.
Okay, cool.
All right, crew. Be safe, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so therefore, so what it is like this, as Brother Che called it, dreptomania. For a slave wanting to be free, he was viewed mentally unstable. You see what I'm saying? Now, if a motherfucker's up here hitting me with a whip, man, you know, and figure he gonna help himself to my daughter, my wife, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? No, man, that'll piss off any man. You know what I'm saying? Hell, it'll piss off the little dogs. You know what I'm saying? It'll piss off the cats. It'll piss off the bunny rabbits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to go pretty soon. Have to. I'll make it very quick. So, you know, my point is, I'm not disputing crew about the Second Amendment rights. You know, which is our friend's right, which is God-given right. Okay, fine, but there's also some accountability with it that's never been stated directly with owning a weapon, because owning a weapon has privileges, right? It has rights. There's a lot of responsibilities, safety that goes with it. You just cannot bear arms and then not how to use it properly. Or
you got to be trained. You got to be trained.
Exactly. So you don't have, that way you don't have no damn accidental discharges and all that old type of shit, you know.
Right. And
particularly some drunken ass Yahoo man goes out there on New Year's Eve. I'm getting fucked up. Let me go get the shotgun and start busting caps, man. You know what I'm saying? And then could accidentally kill somebody.
Let me be clear. Yeah, let me be clear too. What Immortal says. No, when I say, okay, maybe I didn't say this clear. When I say regulate weapons, I don't mean take it away. It's what kind of weapons manufacturers can produce. That's very deadly. Because why should Americans to carry AK-47 when we're not in war every day? Like having a pistol is fine, but why AK-47? That's meant for military operations. That is destroying a lot of people in America at home than abroad. And number two is that
they feel they have the privilege to have whatever they want, Michael.
Right. I mean, I'm not against, like I said, you know me, I'm not against people owning guns, but I'm definitely concerned is the type of weapons they're using to attack, to harm people whom they don't like, when those people are not doing anything bad in the first place, right? Especially with the Mzungus, because Mzungus are known to oppress people and not to defend their own when they don't like people because of their race, gender, or other like characteristics, right?
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm trying to make is that yeah, you can have the Second Amendment rights, fine, but I think there needs to be some clear provisions behind it because it's not always cut clear sometimes in courts, right?
Yeah, in other words, Michael, what you just said is what Huey Newton said, man, in the late 60s. Any law that is so ambiguous that it cannot be understood by the common person is not a statute.
That's right.
It's too ambiguous.
All right,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Like I said, I didn't mean to like upset crew about it. I'm just stating the facts. For like previous presidents, when they imposed the Gun Control Act of 1968, assault weapons ban in 1994, those were temporary provisions. Like you didn't allow
guns out of our hands, Michael.
Right.
That was the whole point of it. That's why
Out of hands. Got it. Okay.
Exactly. And then the cold part about it too, Michael, and giving Chase some more cannon fodder of what he's saying is this, particularly after the Vietnam conflict, man, okay, they did not want black men, man, with that military knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, see, that's what the case with Geronimo Pratt was all about.
Right. I mean, I was not, like I said, I'm not arguing, I'm not disputing FBI's or defensible. I'm saying like white America is going way too far, unaliving people who didn't do anything wrong against them. You know what I mean? At public places.
No, because they feel threatened, Michael, on a collective basis.
Right,
you see
right.
what
That's
I'm
what I mean.
saying?
It's that fear, right? It's the fear perception that others are going to like unalive them when it's not the case. And also, Jesse, you mentioned about executive orders Trump signed last year about enhancing the Second Amendment rights. Like those executive orders can be reversed when the next president comes in. It has to be
yes, they can. Yes, they can.
law.
And the Congress and the U.S. Congress, although it happens very rarely, that they could override him with that. If I'm correct on that, there, brother Che.
They have 2/3 of the Congress. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very rare, like you said, Shabaka, for Congress to override Trump's executive order on enhancing the Second Amendment rights. But at the same time, a lot of states have, flexibility. Like California, I'm sure you notice where you're from, doesn't allow, people to carry weapons in certain places. So it's really, I say it's really like flexibility, despite the Second Amendment rights being there, being like the law of the land, but there's some exceptions. So I think it's the keyword exceptions that's not stated accurately, and also it's very ambiguous. And speaking to Moro,
right, Michael. Now you see the point right there. That's what Newton was saying with one of his cases up in Alameda County. It's too fucking ambiguous. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you. Yep, I definitely understand. I know,
and they got to explain it to you. Okay, hold on, Michael. Just one more sentence. Okay, and they got to explain it to you in language that you understand.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
Terms. Make it so easy a 5-year-old can understand it.
Exactly.
I gotta go quick, but Immortal very quickly. But gun violence. To be honest, look, I'm not advocating for government to take away guns from law-abiding citizens. However, there are a lot of people who are mentally unstable to carry arms.
That's what the red flag laws are about. Like we got red flag laws here.
Yes. But red flag laws in some states are like have been weakened, or they have not been strengthened to really ensure the safety of people. You know what I mean? Because there are people who purchase weapons before and never had to go through a background check. And guns,
exactly.
And that is a problem.
Some kill people. You got to have somebody behind that trigger.
Right. Exactly, because the trigger will not disarm. The trigger or the round will not discharge on its own.
Right. So I'm just saying it's better to have a gun permit, just like you need a driver's license to operate a car to prevent the police from taking weapons away. That's what I'm only advocating. I'm not advocating for like weapons to be taken away totally, but I think there should be some exceptions because we cannot have so many people dying every day of gun violence in this country because they didn't do it because of this perception or this fear Muzungus have. You know, I mean, it's crazy. I'm just saying for Muzungus. I'm not advocating for saying this for Black, but eventually Muzungus, they're never going to demand, results at the end of the day when their own people are going to hit zero of population by 2040. You know what I mean?
Damn, man, and that's only 14 years away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm predicting. I'm not sure it'll be 2040, but probably closer to it, or even like much longer than that. But I'm pretty sure it's moving very quickly.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
very celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and it really,
Phillips,
yeah, go ahead.
We're definitely pressed for time now.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I got it. Catch you guys. I'll definitely catch you guys later. I have a client in the morning at 9
Okay.
a.m. But I'll definitely keep
Coming up.
Yeah, I definitely
Okay.
emailed Ro Khanna for reparations meeting between August 10th and 13th, and I reached out to his staffer. His staffer told me that Ro Khanna is on recess.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm so sorry to tell you guys. I was trying to get it.
So there won't be no meeting on the 12th or 13th. Is what you're saying?
Probably not, but we'll see. But if Ro Khanna's not available, I'm hoping at least we can book a meeting for staffers at least.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, well,
I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah.
Oh, before you leave, Michael, drop the link to the Move On petition.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Let me check. I think I have an email. Let me do that. Yes, thank you.
To be hanging in the balance over the DC U.S. Attorney's decision to drop charges against a former Olympian who was accused of vandalism, among other people, at the reflecting pool. Now, sources say it is highly likely that she'll be fired. Another administration official described the president as blindsided by Pirro's reversal, which instead blamed a botched renovation.
All right,
by
send the
contractor
comment
and
section,
criticized
Jesse.
the Interior Department.
Thank you, Michael.
Interior
All right,
Secretary
good night, guys.
Doug
Thank
Burgum
you.
pushed back
Okay,
hard
Michael.
on that, and we're told that Burgum and Pirro met with Trump at the White House this evening. When pressed by reporters about her future at a signing earlier today, the president didn't hold back.
Janine Pirro made a mistake. There was vandalism. Frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really.
And frankly, I
vicious.
think your old
Instead of
senile
going
ass
after the
belongs
people
in a
that did
mental
it,
institution
the judge
and
went
in
after
fucking
her
jail.
and went after her department. And I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened. I was disappointed with Janine Pirro. Really disappointed with Janine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella.
Once again, we are through the looking glass and being asked to pretend that what we know is fake is real. And Janine perhaps had
Now,
a
who is
moment
this
of clarity
Don
of like,
King
we
looking
don't have a
motherfucker
case
with
against
these
this man,
glasses on
so
like
we
he
cannot
stuck his
charge
finger
him.
in a light
And now
socket?
she's in trouble.
That's Torre. That's Torre.
Oh.
He used to be on MTV.
Oh, okay. Okay. I knew he looked familiar. Okay. All righty.
For living in reality in Trump world. If she had lived the lie, then she would be fine. But because she said, no, this is reality. This should not. I mean, it's the same thing with the election, the big lie. It's the same thing with January 6th. Over and over, we are asked to believe that non-reality is reality. He looks us right in the eyes. This is what dictators do. That he looks us right in the eyes and says, X is reality, and we know it's not.
That's true, Matt.
Anyone want to dispute that?
Well, not really. I mean, the difference, though, between the dictatorship that you're describing and this is courts of law, where evidence rules. And if you can't produce sufficient evidence, you get uprated by a judge and you lose the case. It wasn't just this guy.
Cruz saying
There's 3
Trump is the best
cases
president he's
today.
ever seen.
Statement from the district
Only
attorney's
you,
office
Cruz.
said, botched installation. Just giving up. The entire narrative that we were told for weeks was not true. And it's not like this is as egregious as those prosecutions were. This isn't James Comey. This isn't Letitia James. To the average voter, those as egregious as those prosecutions were, those people were in the game. These were civilians. They were just passersby. This could happen to anybody. It's the sort of thing that could have the possibility to really get more attention than it deserves, because a lot of people are going to say, listen,
Thank you, Twin.
that could happen to me.
Yeah, and I think also it's worth noting that this is not the first time that Janine Pirro has been pressured by Trump to do something, and then the thing basically falls apart when there's no evidence. Remember when she was trying to criminally prosecute the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, over a renovation of the Fed building? Remember when the sandwich thrower was slapped with a felony and that case fell apart in a grand jury? That's just one of many other cases that she's brought since in the limited time she's been in this job to try to pursue Trump's ends. And to Teresa's point, I mean, this is like a fictional thing that Trump has basically made up. And he is convinced that it's real, and he wants everybody around him to as well. And it looks like Doug Burgum is indulging him.
I, for one, was really hopeful we would never have to talk about the reflecting pool ever again. Here we are.
Sorry, he
Look,
won't let you. He won't let you, Lydia. Sorry.
Janine Pirro is doing her job. You know, she's going where the evidence leads, and we'll see what happens. Trump tends to be more loyal to his people he's known a long time, so I'm curious to see how this plays out. But Janine Pirro
If she
is
loses
doing her job
over this. What does that mean?
I think it speaks to a truth in the Trump administration and the people that surround him, which is he loves to hire incompetent loyalists, but he also loves to have a scapegoat, and particularly the women around him. You know, this is sort of a theme that I've been tracking, whether it was Noam or Gabbard or, you know, just
she left on her own accord.
Yes, yeah, that's right, Bondi. But I think there's this trend with Trump where he creates his own problems, but he also creates his own teams. And when people fail to fall in line or fail to execute on almost an impossible task like defending this, he's unafraid to throw them aside.
I think it's I agree with all that. I guess I would say, to Noah's point, the real problem here is that Janine Pirro had to appeal to a court of law. She had to present facts. And of course, the court recognized that this was a lie. And so, you know, she had this impossible task, which was to acknowledge reality or lie to a court, which is just technically illegal, even for the Justice Department. And so I think the truth of this whole situation is, you know, of course we're asked to live in unreality, but the thing that's more dangerous here is that the president is willing to fire his own people in order to have willful prosecutions that are just totally made up against innocent, basically bystander civilians. And that is a weaponized DOJ, which is exactly what he claims to have been worried about.
This is President Trump talking about this contract that is really at the heart of this. It's a no bid contract that went out to some contractor that he had you know, apparently had a previous relationship with. And this is what he said back in April versus what he said today.
Now, I'm not saying I was 100% thrilled with the contractor, but the contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. Yeah, by the way, I didn't know the contractor. I would have said the contractor. I didn't know the contractor. But when it was completed, it was perfect. I said, you know, Doug, I have a guy who's unbelievable at doing swimming pools. I'm going to send my contractor over and take a look. He looked at it. He called me up. He said, so we can do something on it. We have a color. It's called American Flag Blue. I said, that's the color I like. He talked me into it very easily.
I mean, the lies, and it's just a lot of lies.
It is.
From 1 month to another.
But he's supposed to be a builder. Whatever we think of him politically, he should be able to build things, right? He should be able to work with contractors to get what he wants, right? But clearly, again, he's unable to do that. He's actually falling back on the thing that America first became knowing him all about, firing people, right? That's what we're getting back to here.
But also, I mean, this contract has been rife with problems from the beginning. As he pointed out,
in other words, it's ambiguous as hell. It cannot be understood by the common person, so that motherfucker's null and void.
Several times over, more than he said the whole project.
Am I right on that check?
He used this rarely used exemption that is supposed to be used to prevent serious injury, financial or other, to the government in order to get this contract through. So I guess it shouldn't be a surprise to any of us that the president cutting corners on this project and elsewhere, by the way. Let's not forget there's a whole hole where the East Wing used to be. All kinds of things at the White House have been torn up, and God knows what those arrangements have been. But this is a very vivid example of what it looks like when there's no oversight, which there is supposed to be for things like this.
I mean, to your point, if there was a little less tolerance on the part of Republican lawmakers for this sort of thing, you'd probably see less of it because there'd be a check and a mechanism to enforce some sort of propriety on the president. They don't really do, Republicans don't really do him a lot of favors by indulging in these fantasies here. But the misuse of taxpayer dollars, as bad as that is, doesn't rise to the level of the abuse that we've just seen. Charging of private citizens with crimes that cannot be proven in court, much less probably an indictment sought before a grand jury. These indictments were simply handed down.
Yeah.
So I think we're talking about apples and oranges here, and those oranges are really, really bad. The
Yeah,
apples are just
I would agree with
kind of
that.
bad.
I would agree with that because I mean I think that the damage
Mm-hmm.
that is being done to regular individuals is the story here, and also Trump's willingness to weaponize the federal government to pursue his imaginary aims is what this story is about. That's scary.
And we did watch in real time as this renovation happened. I mean, people were documenting it on their runs on TikTok. And it came as no surprise to us when the paint started peeling up and the algae blooming. But, you know, I want to uplift something that I was seeing as a narrative online, which was people were saying, you know, this is my paint chip. Maybe I'll sell it for $250. And then commenters were joking, I already paid $14 million for those peeling paint chips.
Also, can I
Well, it
just say
sound
it's
like they
so
got their
weird
heads
how much
bumped.
time he spends on this stuff. Like, you know, I will say Americans are worried about gas prices and other things. And the president spends so much time on this reflecting pool and then defending the reflecting pool and then attacking his U.S.
And then
attorney.
having meetings with people at the White House about the reflecting pool.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like that and the Iran war are kind of even to him.
Well, I mean, we don't have time to play it, but you know, Maggie Haberman at the New York Times, who knows Trump very well, she says she believes it's about 70% of his mind share right now that is devoted to these projects, and it's not a joke. She's being very serious. And when you look at
as he ages,
when you look at
there
his
is less
public
mind share to go around.
comments, look, you can just look at his public comments. How much does he talk about this stuff? Almost every single
Many
day.
of them have been quite successful in cleaning up
It
the
doesn't.
fountains.
It literally
and-
doesn't matter.
Why does he
It's
care?
about the
so
priorities.
gaudy
Yeah.
and tasteless, the gold in the Oval Office, outside of the Oval. Again, it's not a left-right thing. It's just disgusting.
You right, DOD Black. You'll get no argument from me, sir. You are absolutely correct. I could not have said it any better myself. He deserves to go
Now turn
right
to the
straight to
nomination of
fucking
Todd
jail.
Blanche to be Attorney General.
All right, so the next one is Todd Blanche or Botch. What is it? Blanche.
Blanche.
To serve as the attorney. So the
Yeah.
Senate Judiciary Committee votes on it.
Clerk will call the roll.
Aye.
Mr. Lee.
Aye.
Mr. Cruz.
Aye.
Mr. Hawley.
Aye.
Mr. Tillis.
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy.
Aye.
Mrs. Blackburn. Aye. Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mrs. Britt. Aye. Mrs. Moody.
What?
Mrs. Graham. Aye. Mr. Durbin.
No.
Mm.
No by proxy.
Ms. Klobuchar.
No.
All the Democrats voted no.
No.
Mr. Blumenthal.
No.
Ms. Hirono. Mr. Booker.
No.
Fuck him.
No.
Mr. Schiff.
No.
Chairman Grassley.
Aye.
On this vote, the ayes are 12, the nays are 10.
The nomination will be favorably reported. Before we adjourn, I have some letters I want to put in the record from, well, I'm not going to bother to read it. It's not worth reading at this point.
What the fuck you mean, man? You ain't gonna bother worth reading it, man. Then fuck what you talking about. The fuck you mean it ain't bother worth reading it, man? Get the fuck out of here. That's dereliction of duty. Am I right on that, brother Che?
Yeah.
He said, fuck reading it, just pass the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like when they got a motherfucker
on the
become,
Senate floor.
oh,
And
now
this
that
is-
broad over
This
there.
is, well, let's go straight to
Harris
David's phone, 'cause I
Faulkner,
think we're trying to take
go
the
to
slide
hell.
to simultaneously split screen. David.
Yeah, hey, Harris, no problem. This was the Senate Judiciary Committee. They just voted 12 to 10. 12 Republicans, all Republicans voted to advance Todd Blanche's nomination to the full Senate floor, which will happen later this week. So Todd Blanche has now advanced out of committee to become the Attorney General. He still needs to go to the full Senate floor. That will happen later this week. But, you know, no major fireworks today. All Democrats opposed this nomination. All Republicans voted yes for this nomination. We heard a lot about the controversial $1.8 billion taxpayer fund that Todd Blanche said no longer exists anymore. anymore. That would go to people who feel that they are victims of government weaponization. That was something the Democrats brought up over and over again, saying it could be changed names, it could come up again in a different way. But ultimately, it was Tom Tillis from North Carolina and John Cornyn from Texas who, after about a week or so of back and forth with Todd Blanche, decided that they would vote for Todd Blanche. So Todd Blanche gets a favorable nomination out of the Judiciary Committee, 12-10, all Republicans voting yes. And now this will go to the full Senate floor, where he is expected to be committed or expected to be confirmed, not committed, confirmed later this week, given that Tillis and Cornyn are now on board with this.
But this went really quickly after Cornyn and Tillis. It was during this hour yesterday, during the Faulkner Focus, that we all learned that they were ready to, put aside or had worked through whatever their exceptions were to pushing this forward. So what does this mean overall for Blanche? I mean, there's been a little bit of a pause in all this. The president got involved. Give us a little bit of that part of the story.
Well, Blanche wants to get rid of the acting title and become the full-time attorney general. It looks like he is poised to do that right now. If Tillis and Cornyn voted against Blanche, President Trump had the option of keeping him in as an acting attorney general for the rest of his term, ending in January 2029. So it's unlikely that Todd Blanche was going to go anywhere. But now the president, if Todd Blanche is confirmed later this week, he will have a Senate-confirmed attorney general since Pam Bondi left earlier in April. And Todd Blanche and President Trump are close. I mean, Todd Blanche came up to be an attorney for President Trump as he was facing legal challenges, federal legal challenges in two different jurisdictions. And he ultimately prevailed with President Trump as his client. But he maintains that his client is the United States.
Let's make a deal.
Not President Trump. Critics say that's a different story. They have problems with Todd Blanche, but ultimately this is good news for Todd Blanche because, as you said, Harris, just about a week or so ago, not even a week or so ago, that's when really all this kind of ramped up. But really, a couple of days ago, it looked like we may not even get to this point today because Tom Tillis and John Cornyn were so adamant about not voting for Todd Blanche because of this $1.8 billion
nepotism
fund, which Blanche said is no longer here, and they wanted clarification about this IRS settlement, which shields Trump and his sons and family members from paying past tax penalties and IRS audits. But
okay, now we got a goddamn conspiracy for tax evasion.
Tax years, and that's what they wanted to hear.
Be sure to
conspiracy
like
for
and
tax
subscribe
evasion.
for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows.
Harris Faulkner, go to hell, shit. You full of shit, lady. So what we got there, people, is a conspiracy to commit tax evasion.
This morning, a contrast to those western wildfires, the East Coast.
That's exactly what it is. All right. So I got to get the last few topics rocking. So I got the flooding in the Northeast. I got the sundown towns, how we dealt with the sundown towns.
Right.
And there was one more thing. What's the last part? There was one more thing after that. What is it? The cyber threats to the power grid.
Yeah. Yes, sir. The cyber threats to the power grids, man, it's like this shit of what I'm going out here through, right? This shit is pre-planned, man. Like all these damn data centers kicking all this radiation up. Like when I look at these high lines out here in the desert right here, you see? And like I told you, Brother Jay, I got 2 of them damn towers, within a quarter mile of where I'm at, man. And I'm having problems on my goddamn laptop and shit.
Yeah. So I'll probably have to hold the last 2 to Frontline Black News.
Okay, that'll be fine.
So let me get to the flooding and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Hit with storms and flooding, slammed by rain from the.
These motherfuckers arguing or fighting on my flow.
Oh, never a dull moment, huh?
Never. Bro, I was screaming like the damn Blair Witch Project.
Midwest. Whoa. To the south. Beachgoers surprised by this strong wind churning near Charleston. And in North Carolina, water rising quickly. A state of emergency declared in the Mount Airy area as floods rush through roads and buildings. An overhead view showing the water's reach. Rescuers working through the night, even reaching this car on Pilot Mountain. The wet weekend also causing flooding farther north, rivers overflowing in Virginia, and waterlogged streets in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, with new flood alerts across the New York City region today. While in the Midwest, stormy conditions bringing fierce winds and funnel clouds, and commuters facing a soggy journey today after another wild weather weekend.
And it's not just flooded roadways that are causing travel troubles today. Airports are now recovering from more than 11,000 flight cancellations and delays yesterday. Chanel?
All right, Emily, thank you.
All right, Dylan in for Al this morning. We've got floods, we've got fires, lots of extreme summer weather. Dylan, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We certainly do have it all. Let's start with the fires out west. There are 99 large wildfires.
Wow,
Right now, most of those in the Pacific Northwest. But this area here is where we could see 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts. So while we will see a front move through that will increase humidity a bit, the wind gusts could still spread the fires that have already developed. And it's not just the danger from the fires burning structures, it's also the air quality, significantly unhealthy air quality, especially up in Spokane, where it is considered very unhealthy right now. But when you get those winds, it pushes it over into Montana and even over into North Dakota. In Bismarck, we have low air quality as well. So if you suffer from respiratory illnesses, you want to stay indoors as much as you can today. Now, on the flip side of the fires, we have this heavy, heavy rain up and down the East Coast. We also have some flash flood warnings in effect because the ground is saturated from recent rain. Then you get these torrential downpours falling at about 1 to 2 inches per hour, and that will lead to some more ponding on the roadways. So careful up and down I-95 from basically Maine right down into Florida, where we could see the potential for another 2 to 3, 4 inches of rain that will lead to some of the flooding. We also have extreme heat advisories, heat warnings all across the Southwest, especially down into Las Vegas and the Phoenix, even interior parts of Southern California. This huge area of high pressure causes sinking air that just creates so much heat. And we're looking for temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees above average, even over into Dodge City. We're looking for a high temperature today of about 100 degrees. Tomorrow, more of the same. Vegas up to 112, Palm Springs 114 degrees. Yes, it's that dry heat, but it is so stifling if you are outside. And this is going to continue to last really all week long. Even up into Denver, we'll be close to 100 degrees by Friday, guys. All right, Dylan, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today.
Damn, boy, he old as hell now.
Yeah.
Al Roker, goddamn, boy, time don't wait for no motherfucker. Boy, time is cruel.
Yeah, I'll stay cool out there. Jesus shut up with 117 yesterday.
In the meantime, let's get you caught up on what's happening across the Northeast. Showing you a couple different pictures from major cities. We got Westminster, Massachusetts, very rainy. I think what I'm looking at is possibly a river of some type. It's a smaller screen that I'm staring through, but you can tell that the water's starting to rise a little bit. We actually had one flash flood report coming near the Philadelphia area that reported that one river rose of about 5 feet in 47 minutes, given all the heavy rain. For New York City, torrential downpours are imminent. They'll be fairly persistent. You might have a couple of moments where it pulses, but it's the consistency of the rain throughout the morning that's going to make this a little bit more of a prolific flash flood event throughout the better part of this morning and into the early afternoon. For today, it's a level 2 out of 4 threat for flash flooding. It's primarily a cold front that we're tracking. It's a very slow moving cold front as it eventually will exit off of the east coast of the United States. And so because it's slow moving, we have a lot of available moisture. It'll be very persistent with how heavy the rain is. As a matter of fact, we're actually looking at precipitable water values, which essentially all that is just thinking about, let's say you put a sponge under a sink. Precipitable water is how much that sponge could hold or how much the atmosphere can hold. Well, our precipitable water values are about 2.5 inches, which might not sound like a lot, but that's actually almost record breaking for New York City, all-time record breaking. So that just goes to show that these rainfall rates are not going to be something you want to mess with, and it could be blinding rain at times. Quite a few flash flood warnings that are in effect, as I mentioned, but we also have a mesoscale discussion that was issued. This was issued at about 3 o'clock this morning, prompting that we could have anywhere between 2-inch per hour rainfall rates and 2 to 4 inches likely. Just a couple of other wordings from this mesoscale discussion, basically saying that we have ample moisture that's allowing for efficient rainfall production. Cell motions will likely continue to increase with strengthening deep layer flow. So essentially meaning that we are going to have cell motions moving from the south to the north, and it will be very persistent. So almost this backfilling effect of these storms. Flash flood warnings for New Jersey. Right now, a lot of that rain has since pushed off towards the east, but I think where we might get stuck more consistently is for New York City out towards Long Island, the Brooklyn, Queens boroughs. Those are two boroughs that I think might have the worst time trying to handle this. You know your borough better than anybody else. I used to live over in New Jersey for a little bit, and I knew the second we had a thunderstorm, we were going to flood in one area of our neighborhood. And so those are the spots that are going to see it first. But unfortunately, when you have a lot of these areas that are so densely populated, you have folks that live almost in a basement type of the townhome, and those also have a high propensity to flood. Over the last, I put it out to 6 hours, but it's really more of a 3-hour rain total. At this point, we're looking at about ½ an inch, but we'll likely get close to the 1 to 2 inches. And just looking at that stripe of rain for spots a little bit further out towards our west, that's what's heading in our direction. You can see how it's going to get fairly torrential. We've got one flash flood report that is just southeast of Wyckoff, and this is in Washington Township. Flooding on New Jersey 17 southbound north of Glen Avenue. All lanes are closed. So you think about morning's commute. Thankfully, we've got a lot of subways, walking transportation. So the good news there is that there's many ways to get to work. But if you are a driver, you could see significant slowdowns. And a state of emergency was declared in Surry County, North Carolina. This after destructive flash flooding occurred yesterday and even into today. The good news is a lot of this heavy rain is now shifting towards eastern North Carolina, but for yesterday it was in the Mount Airy area where multiple reports of flood rescues and infrastructure damage occurred. That was all as the National Weather Service saw and reported on potentially upwards of 10 inches of rain in some parts of the state. And today it's all this tropical moisture that's also fueling our flash flood threat here across the Northeast, but we still see that compounding for spots along the Southeast. So it's really all the I-95 corridor that's feeling the impacts from this slow-moving cold front. Before we get into the now, let's talk about what happened over the last few days, because it was a flash flood emergency for the Mount Airy area, and that occurred early yesterday morning before the sun even rose. And so when you think about mountainous communities, a lot of people that are trying to possibly camp, you have camping that are happening. And when that happens and you're maybe asleep overnight and you have dramatic river rises, that's a real concern. Thankfully, no official reports of any fatalities or anything like that. So good news there, but a lot of flash flooding that was reported, a lot of high water rescues, and even in some cases with one report over in Flat Rock that somebody was trapped in their home with water entering inside the home. So it was very quick. This happened in northern North Carolina and southern Virginia. Now, how things are shaping up today. Notice where you see the precipitable water. So this is available moisture. Anywhere where you've got this lighter sky blue all the way to a more navy blue, that is where the atmosphere is just so saturated. That is tropical moisture. And here's this cold front that we've been tracking through parts of the Southeast. Notice if you're in New Orleans, you're actually having the winds coming from a more continental air mass. Yeah, you're still a little humid, but it's not as uncomfortable as it was yesterday. Just south of the New Orleans area, there was a flash flood warning that was issued at probably about 9 o'clock central. But now we're still focused on those winds pushing from the southwest, moving towards the northeast. And so it's keeping a lot of heavy rain for a spot like Florida's Big Bend. So thinking about an area like Gainesville, Cedar Key, even into Orlando, you guys might see more persistent rain throughout the latter half of this morning and into early this afternoon. But it's the Cedar Key area that in some cases, if you look back to the last 3 days, have seen upwards of about 8 to 12 inches of rain. Thankfully, Florida, they do have drought. So overall, I think this is going to be a good thing, at least in terms of agriculture. But for any beach vacationers out there, maybe not what you want to have happen. But if you are maybe, let's say, more so in the central half of the Panhandle, I would maybe go to the western tier of the Panhandle. You might have better beach days there. Still fairly active radar across parts of eastern North Carolina, but just be prepared that as the daytime heats up, we'll have more sporadic thunderstorms.
All right, this is the last one.
Okay.
The storms sweeping through the Northeast today have also turned deadly. Drivers trapped in flash flooding, trees down on cars, buses, trains. A woman has been killed in Massachusetts, and here's Gio Benitez.
Tonight, drivers stalled in high water as another soaking storm wreaks travel havoc from Philly to New York to Boston. In Newark, New Jersey, drivers that risked the deep water stalled out as tractor trailers made waves all around them. Others pushed their dead cars out of the water as crews worked to clear storm drains. Blocked drains brought muddy floods to neighborhoods near Springfield, Massachusetts, too. In Connecticut, water gushing over the gas station's retaining wall, flooding the entire area. The torrential rain was enough to bring down multiple trees around New York's 5 boroughs, this one crushing a car.
I thought it was just thunder.
Outside Boston, in Plymouth, authorities say a woman sitting on her porch was killed when a gust of wind took down this massive tree. One person was hurt after a tree fell on this commuter train on New York's Long Island, and a tree came down on a Greyhound bus on I-95 in Westport, Connecticut. Thankfully, only a few minor injuries. And David, right now at Newark here, flights have been delayed by about 2 hours, 900 flight cancellations across the country, but it is looking better tomorrow, David.
Gio Benitez with us here tonight. Gio, thanks as always. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z, also with us here tonight. Hi, Ginger.
Hi, David. 3.5+ inches of rain broke a daily record in Hartford, Connecticut. But now the Whitecaps on the Hudson tell you we have cleared and the wind has picked up. Let's talk about a place that would love to have some of that rain, and that is the Northern Rockies back to the Pacific Northwest. Air quality alerts are what I want your eye to go to. Seattle and Portland included in this because tomorrow, as the winds shift, some of these big populations are going to be seeing the smoke from these fires. Idaho covered in what could be unhealthy. Check airnow.gov before you head out. And yes, that heat will be building into the 90s.
God damn, man, I'm going to be at 112
Ginger
degrees.
Z, we'll see you first thing in the morning. Thanks, Ginger.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, 112 all week.
All right.
More dangerous weather is spreading across the country in large swaths of the South, Midwest, and Northeast, dealing with heavy rain and flash flooding.
All right, I'm about to end it now. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Give your closing statement, Shabaka.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in here to Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, ladies and gentlemen, of season 12, episode 10. The air date of this episode is August 4th, 2026. And so we appreciate everybody. And keep in mind, people, there ain't never a dull moment here. But if we did have dull moments, it wouldn't be Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. My closing, Brother Jay.
Okay, thank you to Breeze for coming through. Shout out to Crew for coming through. Shout out to Michael
By
for
all
coming
means.
through.
By all means.
OD to Blacc. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to Mac and Twin for coming through. Shout out to Fresh Always for coming through. Shout out to Goddess Nobby for coming through.
Right. And please, let's get those 2 subscribers for the YouTube channel, Gen Up One, where we can start going live on there as well, because this will enhance the Blacc experience even more so.
Yeah, let me put that link in the chat. There's only 3 people watching, but if y'all 3 people that's watching could hit this link on your way out, that'd be great. Hit that subscribe bell on that. Yeah, we appreciate y'all tapping in. Join us in about an hour or less for Frontline Black News.
Okay, Brother Che. And guess what, Brother Che? I didn't have to stick this cell phone in a damn freezer, man, to cool it down.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah.
So we'll see y'all in an hour for Frontline Black News. Season 6, episode 37, Trey 7, part 3, continuation.
And then please donate as much as you can. Brother Che is going to have the link on the next episode for Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, because what we're trying to do, people, is to get these platforms to be self-sufficient, where we can draw some top-of-the-line sponsors. You see what I mean? And then after I'm gone, just off the law of biophysics, keep it up and running, you know?
Yes, sir. All right, so this is going to conclude season 12, episode 10 of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. Join us in about an hour for Frontline Black News, and join us this Friday for Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase. So peace.
That's right.
reparations, separations, and delineations in Black empowerment. Chain Kruma signing out from the Mile High Income and Illegal Migrant Flooded City. And Shabaka signing out from the Sin City. Come on.
Come on, 7-Eleven.
Black.
Yes, sir. Okay, see you in about an hour, Brother Che. I'm out. Okay, and thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Okay. Oh.